Morty's Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge.
Good evening. Morty here. Hello, system. Just when you thought life couldn't get any worse. Exactly. Slurms Mackenzie. Happy to see Morty back. Thank you. Very nice. Tonight is an evening of peaceful, relaxing, and contemplative music. So, I have nothing to talk about, really. Ocean O'Mallard. Morty, do you want me to send you a picture of my new bass guitar. Ocean, I don't know. I guess if you'd like, I mean, okay, but I'm very pieced out tonight, and yeah, I mean, okay, whatever. Slugs, what, slugs? Slurms, what drugs you on board? Tonight, I'm on ice water. Just very, very hot today and yesterday, almost 100. And though it's cooling down considerably tonight, I'm just drinking a tall, cool glass of water with ice cubes. Hello, Basils. Good evening. I don't have Discord, so don't know where you sent it. Not Discord, don't have it. All right, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll check it out later. I don't have the energy to search around and download and all that stuff. Screenshot and, But I'll check it later. Thank you, Ocean. Yeah, I'll put up the invite link, but I really, tonight, don't really have anything to talk about. I'm just relaxing. Offering a safe space, a haven for any viewers who want to de-stress and decompress and contemplate their precious bodily fluids. So the invite link is up, but just to let you know, I really don't feel very talkative tonight. I'm just listening to the relaxing whale music, Okay, yeah, I'll check later. Thank you. Oh, I see it. It's a jazz bass or precision bass. It looks like in two-tone sunburst, perhaps. Very nice. Oh, hello, Bateman. Bateman says, "Hello, Morty. Would the diner open its doors to Eddie from Chicago, man?" No, well, I mean, he wants to stop by and have a cup of coffee and a slice of pie. I mean, that's what the diner's for, but I really don't have anything to talk about with Eddie. So enjoy Eddie on whatever channels he otherwise appears on would be my comment, I guess. Really, Basils? You'd like Eddie to stop by here? I mean, I really have nothing at all to talk about with Eddie. Nothing. I think he should appear on those channels he likes appearing on, you know. Where he makes the big money. Yeah, I'm going to, I just thought about it a day or two ago. I'm going to cancel my StreamYard plan. I just looked at it when I was setting up the show, and it's $45 a month. And it's too expensive. So next time I look at StreamYard, I'm going to cancel it and just use the free plan. But I'll check it first, but I think the free plan gives 20 hours free a month. And since the channel is, you know, in a deep valley at the present time, I think 20 hours free a month for live streams or shows is plenty. So I'm going to cancel that plan. $45 a month is $450, $495, $540 a year, and I can't afford that. This show doesn't make enough money to pay that. I don't have anyone out there grooming me who wants to pay my StreamYard account monthly or annually. So I'll have to cancel the monthly plan. I don't know why so many other people out there get groomed by groomers. I guess I should be thankful about that, you know. that I'm not groomable. You know? I guess so. Yeah, I'm not a groomie. I'm not groomable material. Since nobody's ever offered to pay my StreamYard for a year, let alone even just a month, Mm-hmm. In fact, when the show's over tonight, I'll look at my StreamYard account and see what day of the month it bills every month. And I'll just go ahead and cancel it tonight so I don't risk, waiting too long and getting another $45 charge. That'll give me 20 hours a month at no charge for live streaming, and that should be okay. Rufus, do you just want to sit here together listening to this contemplative together, Morty? You don't have to overexert or strain yourself. Let's just sit here. That's what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here. Music, right. If anybody has any questions or comments or topics, you go ahead, put it in the chat. We can talk about that stuff. But Bateman, the sign in your picture says good food and good mood. Well, that's true. I'm in a good mood. I just don't have much to talk about. Or anything to talk about tonight. Well, let's be brutally honest. I haven't been in a good mood for maybe 20 years ago, since 20 years ago. But why be picky? Now, I don't know if that other fellow, the Ohio guy, is doing a show tonight. I don't know. I didn't see a thumbnail, a post, of an upcoming show tonight. And it doesn't matter, but I did not come on because, if he's going to be complaining, I did not come on to purposely, do a show at the same time he's on. Not that it doesn't matter anyway, do a show whenever you want is the way it works. So if he does come on, that's fine. I'll still be here just listening to relaxing, peaceful music. Bateman, seems Jax is taking a holiday from the holiday men. He needs a holiday. I was thinking of, funny you mention that, Bateman, I was thinking of taking a holiday. Just flying to New Zealand. Not New Zealand, I mean Australia. Just go. I really thought about that earlier today. Just, put it on a credit card. Just go. Round trip airfare is maybe $2,000. I'd have to check it again. I looked once about a year ago. I don't remember. It's a 12-hour flight. And I thought, well, just go. Get a hotel in Sydney and just So I don't know. Maybe. Okay, now we have a guest backstage, and of course, we don't really know who it is. It could be the N bomber. So I'd like, if that really is whoever it is, please either show yourself on camera or indicate something in the private chat so I can be sure it's you. It's saying Jonathan Quayle Higgins. It's certainly possible that it's Higgins, but you know, I'm going to guess it's the N bomber. Okay, type in the private chat, what city is famous for marzipan? Quick, 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 quick. Type it in. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
Wow, this is
Are you
exciting.
so scared of N bombers?
Yeah, well, the N bomber stops here at every show, you know. And
Yeah.
he always uses somebody else's screen alias. Let me lower that music all the way.
Okay, is my microphone okay?
Yes, very good. Well, it's great to see you, Higgins.
Yeah, it's
Great.
a long time now.
Long time, yeah. Let me get my volume up there so I can hear better. And so how's life in Germany?
Pretty good. If I didn't have that cat that gives me a little bit of a headache at the moment.
Oh, the cat. The cat's name is
Snooky. The cat's name is
Snooky, right.
He turned 12 3 days ago.
12, right, uh-huh.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, we have some issues. He has a spot in the eye that I've had checked by a specialist, and we have to keep that under observation. And he also has a problem that I'm gonna address a little bit later. So I can't stay for long because I have to call the vet and make an appointment for the vet. Because his nose usually is very pink, but the nose very often now is pale. There's not a lot of pink to be seen at the moment, and that may be an indicator for a bigger problem.
How do you say veterinarian in German?
Tierarzt.
Say that again, please.
Tierarzt. So an animal is called Tier in German, and Arzt is the doctor.
Tierarzt.
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 No, it's
Wow.
Tierarzt.
I'll have to look it up. It's too complicated. Wow, okay. Do you have a male or a female veterinarian?
I have a male veterinarian. He's 5 minutes from here, and Snooky doesn't enjoy to be driven around.
Sure.
So even those 5 minutes almost kill him every time that we're on. But for the eye, we had to go to a vet clinic, which is 1 hour away, and he was breathing like a dog. I thought.
So you think he knows where he's going and is dreading it?
The interesting thing is, as soon as the car moves, he starts crying and hyperventilating and everything. The moment the car stops, and I'm getting him out in his carrying basket, then he's relatively okay. But when the car moves, that is where the drama is starting. Probably it is because of his balance sensors that he has that don't compute then with the motion that he's having. So yeah, motion sickness. Yeah.
Motion sickness. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I heard that you were visited recently by another YouTuber in Germany.
That is true. Ken met me last Sunday.
the guy from Scotch Down Under.
Yes, Scotch Down Under. Oh, my volume.
Slurms is saying your volume is kind of low.
1 second. I'm trying to put that up without doxing me. Because
Maybe I
think
can make it louder too.
So I've increased now a little bit. Is it
Okay.
better?
And okay, thanks, Slurms. And can you tell us about any things that you did, any places you went,
Yeah,
or any
absolutely.
food, any dining stories?
Yeah, absolutely. So so Ken came on Queen Mary 2 from Southampton. They've been offering a short trip. It is a taster basically for the German audience, and the end also for a transatlantic leg. So the transatlantic service usually is between Southampton and New York, and sometimes when they come from from New York, they then extend the trip to Hamburg, which we did a couple of times. So it takes you directly from New York to Hamburg. So he arrived.
So it's possible to take the Queen Mary 2 from New York to Hamburg.
Yes, twice or three times a year. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, Ken was on that last leg. He arrived in the morning, very early in the morning. Usually, Queen Mary 2 arrives at 5 or 6 o'clock, and 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and the first passengers can leave at around 7. So I went to there at 8 o'clock and picked him up directly at the pier. Then we
Wow. Very nice. Now, have you ever met him before?
no, never.
Do you sometimes appear on his? Do you often or sometimes listen to his channel? Or how is it that you are acquainted with him? Because I don't
Well-
recall ever seeing the two of you together on any
Well,
show.
we have common interests. So I'm not big into whiskey and the stuff that he usually cares about. But I was very interested in his project of building the Titanic out of Lego. Not sure if you
Oh,
remember
really?
that.
Okay.
So he bought that huge Lego model, and he was building the Titanic.
Well, I'm glad you didn't say he was building a Voltron out of Lego,
No.
like Puck. But no, that's okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was a project that really interested me, and we were talking a little bit about watches. He has an affection for everything German, beer, bread, and also watches. So we always have a topic to talk
Very
about.
nice. Yeah. So, how many days did you was he there in Germany?
He was only there for that day because at 5:30 he had to be back on board, and he took the Queen Mary back to Southampton.
Gee, that's not much time. Not enough time.
No, not really a lot, but we made the best out of it.
Right. So, what were your activities that day?
So the first 2 hours we spent driving and walking around Hamburg because I wanted to take him to the new opera house, which has an observation deck, and that deck is only opened at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. So we had to kill 2 hours in Hamburg. He has been to Hamburg before. So after we were on that observation deck, we took the car to my favorite bakery shop. I think I've sent you the link of it. So I took him to that bakery shop, and it also features a fully working windmill. So we had a look at the
Oh, beautiful.
windmill.
I think you did send me a bakery link a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So we went there. So
And
we had a
did you
taste.
buy anything at the bakery?
No, not really.
Just took a look. Yeah.
We got a free slice of bread because I wanted a particular bread. Everybody was walking around with platters with scrambled egg and stuff like that, and there were 2 slices of bread, and I wanted to buy this particular bread, but they are not selling that bread on a Sunday. They are only combining that with breakfast. So we could convince them to give us 1 slice as a taster, with butter, and it was mind blowing. I tell you.
Mind blowing, phenomenal. Now, does that bakery also have beautiful cakes and chocolate, German cakes and pies and tarts and all of
Yes,
that
they
stuff?
have. They don't have tarts actually and cakes. They have those Danish stuff, for
Oh,
example,
right,
and
right,
eclairs and stuff like that.
right,
They're not big into cakes, really.
right, right. Okay, very nice. So that right off the bat, that's a great first stop. Yeah.
And then we
Uh,
took the country road to Lübeck. So
the country
we
road. Now, how long a drive was that? Or is that?
that is around 1 hour. But
Okay.
the road was closed in the middle, so the rest of it we had to go on the highway, and did the last half on a highway, and we did full speed on the highway, which is also documented on a video that I have here.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Blaine, good evening. As a tangent to Voltron, Morty, have you seen Godzilla -1? No, I haven't. A whole bunch of people have mentioned that movie on the show, that it's really good, but no, I haven't seen it. Yeah. Okay, so you're in Lubeck, and
First stop Lübeck, Currywurst.
Goodivust. Right. Okay, got it.
Currywurst. So, which was a challenge because he was there on a Sunday, and Currywurst is usually for the working people
Right.
who are having a lunch break or something like that. So many of the very good currywurst places actually have been closed. So, but we found a pretty nice one. We had a currywurst with a view, so that was quite enjoyable. Let me
And did he enjoy it? Did he like it?
I think he enjoyed it very much. He told me the last currywurst that he had was over 20 years ago.
Wow. Wow. And
So
what did you have? What goes with that? A beer, a coffee?
actually, we didn't drink anything because we were out for beer. Then on the next stop, I took him.
Very good.
I took him to a traditional sailor restaurant where they were serving beer, and that is
What do you mean by a sailor restaurant?
well. There is an association of sailormen or seamen in Lübeck, and yeah, we went to that particular place.
You mean like working
Yeah,
merchant seaman kind of thing?
uh, it is all kind of seamen, and actually it's pretty posh, and they have beautiful wood furnishing all around the restaurant and everything.
So like the staff of the Love Boat would go there when they're in Lubeck.
Everybody goes there.
Everybody goes there.
I know that restaurant actually from a friend of mine. Her husband used to work for Lufthansa, and they celebrated the promotions there. When he had a promotion, they went to there.
Very nice. And you had some beer there?
Ken had some beer there. I couldn't do that because I put a picture of the currywurst in the background.
Wow, beautiful picture. Look at that.
1 second, that's not sharp on the currywurst. I have a different one where the currywurst is sharp. But you can see the background.
Yeah, beautiful background. Good positioning of the food in front of the old buildings there.
Yeah, definitely. We're trying our best.
That's a cheerfully large portion they give you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Very
They
nice.
better do, otherwise people complain. Actually, the currywurst in Berlin is much smaller. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just watched a bunch of videos on that and Berlin currywurst places. And yeah, they were smaller portions
Yeah.
in the video I saw.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice. Okay.
Sharper picture. Yeah.
So he
So,
had a
yeah.
beer or two.
He had a beer, and I only had a Coke Zero.
Right. Okay.
And before the beer, we went to the old town of Lübeck, showed him around. We also had an ice cream, and then we went to that place which is called the Schifferbörse. Not sure if you can pull that up 1 second. I try to find it. Schifferbörse, Lübeck. Interior.
On this picture, it's called the Bildschirm. Bildschirm.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
1 second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is the only screenshot. That
I
is
see.
the title of the picture.
Got it. Right. Right.
So 1 second. Let me try to find the picture here. Okay. Where I'm back. Let me share.
You might be right, Blaine. Maybe someone slugged her in the eye there. I don't know. An unruly customer, maybe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it shows the interior of the Schifferbörse. Yeah.
Schiffergesellschaft.
Schiffergesellschaft. Sorry, yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
I learned those words when I was 18. Gemeinschaft and Gesellschaft.
Yeah. So that is very
In
traditional.
sociology class, yeah, which was totally communist oriented. But anyway, okay. Wow, nice place. Wow, look at that.
So you can see the models of the sailboats on the ceiling.
I see what you
Everything
mean.
is with very old.
Very
and
nice.
stuff like
And how would you translate Schiffergesellschaft?
Well, Schiffer can mean sailor, but also an owner of a shipping company. So everybody gathered together there. Yeah, Lübeck is an old trading town with a very important port. So of course the owners of the shipping companies and the sailors and the captains are pretty influential. So they chose
Right.
that spot many years ago.
They were shipping that marzipan around the world on those boats and ships.
Yeah, and I think they imported the almonds from somewhere to make that marzipan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, John Swatch. It's easy. Just use Ko-Fi, Cash App, PayPal. It's that simple. I mean, thank you very much. Anybody? Okay, very nice. And what a great place to get a beer and hang out and talk about stories of the sea.
Yeah, I was actually very jealous because he had a Hefeweizen from the Allgäu, which is a part of Bavaria, and he said it was really good, but I couldn't drink it. So yeah.
Wow, nice. Now, was the beer served just in a stein, or was it a bottle or a can? Or
Hefeweizen usually is served in a high, slim Weizen glass. They have a distinct.
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Boy, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
And did you have any food at this particular place, or just the beer?
No, because we then went to Niederegger to the cafe.
The chocolate place,
Yep.
chocolate and
Yeah, the
marzipan
mothership
place.
there. Yeah.
And wow, Niederegger, fantastic! I bought two Niederegger marzipan bars 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wonderful.
One was at the import food store I go to maybe once a month. One was dark chocolate coated marzipan, like chocolate bar, and the other was a orange flavored chocolate marzipan bar. Both were superb, top
Yeah,
quality.
Ken bought some orange flavored marzipan as well.
Beautiful, yeah,
He loves that combination. Yeah.
fantastic. Who do you think? How long back in Lübeck history does a marzipan go? I mean, it is the marzipan city in Europe.
Must be decades. I can Google it, but
I mean, do you think
I
it
won't
goes
do
back
that.
centuries or just some
Yeah.
decades?
No, centuries. So,
Centuries.
Yeah.
Wow. So the first person who created marzipan coated in chocolate must have been given the key to the city or something.
probably, yeah.
Wow, amazing. All right. So then you went to the Niederegger. Was that a shop or the factory that you went to?
That was the main building where they used to produce stuff, and now it's a cafe with a shop.
Right. Now, what is this picture?
So that is my world famous cheesecake. I made a cheesecake for Ken, and that is what he ate because we didn't have enough time to sit down at the cafe at Niederegger. So
Right.
he only bought some marzipan, and I took him back in the car. But I brought him 2 slices of cheesecake.
Did you have a basket of freshly picked strawberries by any chance?
No, the strawberry season is over, so
Ah, right.
no fresh pick.
Now, the cheesecake that you made, is it just plain flavor or was it a flavored
That is
cheesecake?
always plain flavor. Yeah.
Plain, that the purest approach. Yeah. Very nice. Outstanding. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so after the how do you say Niederegger? Niederegger.
Niederegger, yes.
Niederegger. After you went there, what was next?
I took him back to the ship. The day was
And
over.
that was it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that is a good quick run through of what you can do in that
Definitely,
time.
yes. Yeah.
And did he buy a bunch of stuff? From
Only at Niederegger. So that was it. Yeah.
Wow. I think Lubeck would be at least one whole day to really explore the city,
Yeah.
and some shops and
Yeah, and also Hamburg. Takes
Hamburg,
more than
at
a
least
day.
2 whole days. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, great.
So it
And
was
then
a
he
short
went
day, but
back on the ship back to where? Southampton?
he went back to Southampton. Exactly. Yes.
Right. And he must have a lot of money to do this international traveling. So he must sell a lot of whiskey at his bar or something. Yeah, very
I
nice.
think well, he's staying for 3 or 4 months now in Europe, and so that obviously costs a lot of money. And he said yesterday on a stream that in the UK he took a trip on an old military plane on a Thunderbird. Not sure if you heard about that.
Thunderbird? I'm not sure what a Thunderbird is.
I think it's called Thunderbird.
I mean, like a British or German
it's a
plane?
British fighter plane.
A Spitfire?
Oh, a Spitfire. Sorry,
Oh,
yes,
a very
Spitfire,
famous plane.
Spitfire,
Yeah, World War II plane. Yeah.
yeah. And
Wow,
I
fantastic.
think it took him 50 minutes, and it cost him £5,500. So around 7,000 or 7,500 US.
He paid £5,500 for a short ride on a Spitfire.
Yeah, and he could also use the controls. Yes.
Is he a pilot?
No.
But they just let
it
him
is-
do some stuff.
Yeah, it is a two passenger
Right.
thing. So yeah.
Wow, amazing. Wow. Well, he knows how to have a good time when he travels, as opposed to just sitting in his hotel room and doing videos, like someone we know.
That was a reference to somebody that we know. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's having a lot of fun. And actually, he said on that stream that that he would do it again.
Oh, absolutely, sure.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Spitfire thing.
Right. Oh my God! Wow. From Hamburg, it's about an hour drive to Lübeck. What other city for sightseeing could be within a 1 day back and forth from Hamburg?
You could also go to Kiel, for example, which
Kiel,
is the
right,
capital
okay.
here of the county. My favorite place is Fehmarn, which is the island a little bit more in the north. So yeah, we have plenty of stuff.
Kiel is like. Oh, look at
It's
this.
in
Okay.
very north. That is the video from the highway. You can, in the middle, you can see the speed. 130
I can hear
kilometers.
slight vibrations, but it's
Basically,
okay.
the Mercedes at the moment. Can you see it? Morty?
Yeah. It's
My perspective is pretty good.
the video's pretty loud,
Come on,
Oh,
baby.
the video is loud? Okay.
but we can hear the road noise.
There you can.
Now, what speed are you going?
155 at the moment. Now 160. You can,
So I don't know what that would be in miles per hour, but
now we are at 120 and 130 probably.
wow, I've
So
never
I did-
gone that fast.
I did 200.
Anything like that. What kind of car are you driving right now?
So
That is my
pretty
new
much as
electric
fast
car.
as I can go.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I don't know.
Man, you're really
So
moving.
much
Yeah.
so far. What's that?
Well, but now
Do
you
200?
see that I'm hitting traffic, so the fun is over.
Yeah.
I mean, on my other cars that I've driven, I've done.
Keel that's maybe the family name for the actor Richard Keel.
I think his family is his family roots are already in Kiel. Yes.
Yeah, who played Jaws in James Bond.
Richard Keel, the Jaws guy from Moonraker and Spy Love Me.
Is there a way to lower the music, the sound on that
One second,
video?
I'm just dropping it.
Oh, okay, there
It's
it is.
almost over.
Wow, the fastest I've ever driven a car was 85, and to me that was about as fast as I could go without freaking out. So,
Well, come to here and I will
right,
scream,
right.
scream like a little girl.
Well, I don't know about that, but right, okay. Blaine says, what circumstances have befallen Higgins that would cause him to return to Morty's diner? What kind of question is that? Yeah. Right, okay. So, wow, so yeah, he's having a great vacation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
4 months is not even really a vacation. It's more than that, you know. It's,
Well, in our age, it's probably the end of life or something like that. So
yeah, right, yeah.
you never know.
Wow. So he's spending the rest of the time in England, do you think?
England, he's going to Scotland for a month and visiting all the distilleries and everything. And he will be back to Germany in October for Oktoberfest.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
But I won't be there with him for Oktoberfest.
Right.
It's not really my thing.
When he was drinking that Bavarian beer at the Mariners style restaurant, did you ask him if you could have a sip just to taste it?
He offered me a sip, but I didn't. I didn't want to do it. I have a strict zero alcohol policy when I'm driving. So I don't
Right.
want to
Well,
do
that's
that.
for the better, right? Yeah. And when you say strict policy, you mean beer is streng verboten.
Streng verboten, exactly.
Yes, exactly. All right. Very, very good. All right. When you were at the Niederegger shop, did you yourself buy any products?
No, actually not. We have so many sweet stuff still from Spain. When I met with Jamie Opulence, he was flooding me with chocolate with Turon, actually from Spain, and I still have lots of that here at home.
What did you say? Chocolate stuff with what?
It is called Turon, actually, in Spanish. Once
And what is that? Maybe I don't know. Or
it is a soft. It's like nougat a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Very nice. I haven't talked to Jamie, which he's probably relieved about, but I haven't talked to him maybe in a year. I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe for the better. I don't know.
For the who knows? Yeah. Ever since he bought his luxury toilet, I haven't seen him around. But over here, yeah. Wow. Okay. Any other visitors coming into Hamburg on your itinerary?
Not that I'm aware. We are planning a trip with the Jama and the Dodger, but nothing is determined at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 second. I can't see the comments. I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anything new in your luxury products lifestyle? Higgins, hello?
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Anything new, products-wise, in your luxury lifestyle products or collectible products? Uh-oh. Higgins, that was my mistake. I hit the wrong button. Oh, shit. Please come back. That was my mistake. I removed that picture, and that removed everything. See, I screwed up. Blaine Cole, does Higgins dabble in higher-end stereo equipment? That's an interesting question. Hello, Higgins?
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, okay, great.
Sorry.
Yeah, I hit the wrong thing and accidentally deleted that. Question for you. Do you dabble in higher-end stereo equipment?
What does dabble mean? That I'm interested-
Fool around with, play around with.
Not anymore. When I was in my teens and twins, I made a point of owning the most expensive stereo equipment that I could get, and I went really deep into that rabbit hole. Yeah.
Right. Crybaby asks, who's going to be the next Bond?
We don't know.
I don't think they should make any more movies because they've destroyed it. The last one I saw was so bad. I don't remember the title of it, but it was awful. Yeah.
No Time to Die, you mean?
I don't remember the last one. It was with Craig, whatever his name is.
Daniel Craig, yeah. Yeah, that
Daniel
was...
Craig. Yeah,
that
it was
not...
It was awful.
nice.
Whatever the title was, it was just
The
terrible.
last half hour was horrible, yeah.
Yeah. Sennheiser. That's a German brand. I used to have
Sennheiser
Sennheiser
is-
headphones when I was in my 20s.
Actually,
They were-
yeah. I used to have Sennheisers, also AKGs. You know
Right.
what AKG is?
yeah.
You know AKG?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That is from Austria, actually.
Well, I don't know what I never knew what it stood for, but the brand is well known here. Yeah.
Actually, it is AKG stands for akustische Kinogeräte, acoustic cinema equipment, and that company is in Vienna.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm only having here cheap wired Sony earbuds on my microphone.
Right. Yeah. So, what's going on in the life of Higgins this month, next month?
We probably will be on vacation.
Another vacation. Right.
Yeah. Well, not another. I
Right.
haven't
Right.
been on vacation yet.
Right.
So, but we will be on vacation probably next month, and hopefully the cat is doing a little bit better
All right. The cat. Right.
right now. Yeah.
Snooky. What was his name? Snookers?
Snooky, yes.
Snooky. Right. Right. Wow.
So what's going on with the diner? I saw that you had a big sale, but then you stopped it.
Yeah, the diner is, it's around, but the diner owner is really tired.
Does it have anything to do with your newfound love for?
No,
THC?
no, not at all. No, it's just, frankly, just between you and me, there's hardly anyone left that I want to talk to anymore on these channels. If you know what I might mean. I mean, it's turned into a community of, and I'm absolutely serious. If you think about it, it's true. It's a community led by or predominantly inhabited by former convicts, felons, bisexuals, homosexuals, gangsters, drug dealers, drug users. I mean, heavy drug dealers, heavy drug users, criminals, psychopaths, sociopaths, and really unsophisticated, uncultured, vile people, and it proved me wrong,
Well, crappy. I could now say I told you.
Well, I know, yeah, and it's and people who are just mentally unbalanced, and
And you disagreed with me, but I would like to add, to me, it's not so much what people are. To me, it's more how they behave.
Oh, and pathological liars. I forgot that as well. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, getting to talk to you is always nice, and Blaine Cole and several others. But many of the people, it's the community is predominantly inhabited now by those kinds of people I was just describing. I mean, if anyone wants to prove me wrong, please do. But it's true. And I don't see any pleasure in sitting around talking to psychopaths, ex-convicts, sexual deviants, and pathological liars, and bad people, just plain old bad people. And that's what the community's turned into. Certainly wasn't that way in the beginning. Well, of course not. But yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's difficult to find panelists. I agree.
Well, I mean, Puck has appeared on my show quite a bit, and he was always fun to talk to because he's not any of those things I mentioned. People have said to me, "How can you have that guy Puck on your show?" He said the N-word at least 2 times, and I did tell him if he said it again, I wouldn't be able to have him on the show. But it was so funny or not funny, but sick, in a demented way that. Certain people would say, oh, yeah, Morty has Puck on his show, and they talk about the bad things Puck had said, according to them. But these are the people who just puke out the most vile filth on their channel and encourage it, and bathe in it, in the filth. And they were picking on him for saying the N-word. So it's, the whole thing, it's just very sick, community.
I don't disagree with you. However, Puck is not my cup of tea.
I understand that. Yeah. Well, he's an interesting guy, and he has interesting hobbies. And but anyway,
Espresso Racer 7750. Not 7730.
These people don't even know what a 7750 is. That's correct, right?
Yeah, but there is also a 7730. I think that had a calendar complication or something like that. But I'm pretty sure he means 7750.
Right, the crybaby. What is it about this community that it seems to attract, quote, bad people? Well, let's say you're out there, you're an ex-convict, a drug dealer, felon, sexual deviant, pathological liar, and you're searching around, you're just surfing around YouTube looking for some show. And, you just click on some thumbnail to see what this show's about, and you hear somebody screaming and cursing and going absolutely bonkers, insane, screaming and spewing hate. That's your cup of tea. So you found a new home. So most people, when they click onto that, they would go, fuck this shit, and they would just keep looking for a dog or cat video or something nice,
I think that's what the viewer behavior usually goes. It's a Jerry Springer effect.
Well, it's not even Jerry. It's worse. It's Jerry Springer. It's a deviant formatted Jerry Springer. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same thing because people said, how can somebody
exactly
watch this for?
Right. Correct. Blaine, I heard Mitch McConnell was a guest on your show for 20 minutes. Everyone talked to him for 20. That Mitch McConnell thing is an absolute scandal. I don't know why President Trump has not sent over a couple U.S. Marshals or chief of staff of some White House officials to meet the guy in person and make sure he's alive and not a vegetable. Posing that one photograph that he and his wife issued of him looking like a vegetable cadaver in his bed with his wife, that's not proof of anything. And he had a letter that he released. He didn't write that letter. He's brain damaged now.
Wasn't he a vegetable for
he was he's been a vegetable for several years now. Exactly. Correct. But he may be dead or totally incapacitated. But I wish Trump would just send over some officials and verify, is he alive or a vegetable or is he functioning? Because he needs to be thrown out or resign. He'll never resign from the Senate. He'll die. But we don't know if he's dead. That's the thing. For all we know, that picture where he was sitting up in bed with his wife, he might have already been dead. The wife was just, promulgating the scam of, holding the guy up, looking like he's alive, but he's already deceased.
I think Blaine Cole posed an interesting question here about the World Cup.
World Cup. Did I miss that?
Yes.
Right. I'm sorry I missed that. Did Higgins tune into the World Cup? The results of the penalty shootouts were both surprising and disappointing. Well, I don't know anything about World Cup. What's he referring to?
So World Cup football, not soccer.
Yeah.
He's clearly referring to the match against Paraguay. Paraguay kicked out the German team in the penalty shootout, and usually there is a rule: a football match lasts 90 minutes, and the Germans win in the penalty shootout. So that didn't happen for this time. It was very, very surprising or disappointing how the team performed overall. What we learned from the World Cup when we're talking about Cape Verde or Ivory Coast or Paraguay, there are no small teams that are easy to be defeated. And one thing that we learned is the German team is not up to standards anymore physically. You could see that.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, but it's true. I think in the last decade we focused too much on the technical development of the players, but the physical presence is not there with many, and that was one of the main problems.
I don't follow soccer, football at all, but is it really interesting for the viewers around the world to watch two super small countries, Paraguay and Ivory Coast, have a competition? I mean, is that really exciting for people to watch that?
Well, if it's a
I mean,
good
like, really,
matchup-
who cares? Paraguay, who cares?
Well,
Ivory Coast.
At the end of the day, a win could save your chances to win the World Cup. So it has some significance. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised by France as well because they were really strong, and then they fell flat against Spain. I don't understand that either. I put it on Spain basically not making mistakes. What Spain is strong in is they have the ball position. Their philosophy is, as long as we have the ball, the other team can do whatever they want. They won't hurt us. And I think that system was successful against France's speed and physical presence and also genius players. So I was not really surprised about that France lost. I saw that coming, and I was pretty sure that Spain would win the World Cup. And at the end of the day, yes.
I think a game would be more interesting if it was Germany versus France. I think that would have more interest for viewers than
Totally, yeah.
two little pipsqueak countries like Ivory Coast and Paraguay. But
Well, the interesting thing is when Germany loses against Paraguay or Ivory Coast, then it makes big news. So
yeah, sure.
And there is always the chance that those small teams are kicking out one of the big players. I mean, Italy was not even part of the last 48 teams or something like that. So they were not even participating in the tournament.
So who won? Who was the final winner in the World Cup?
Spain.
Spain.
Yeah.
Beat everybody. I mean, they prevailed, number one.
They beat Argentina in the final game. Yeah.
Right. Well, when you were a teenager, were you playing football in high school? Or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For quite some time, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but at some point, I became the goalkeeper because I'm pretty tall. So I was educated then as a goalkeeper. I played many years as a goalkeeper. Yeah.
That's very interesting. We never knew that. Yeah.
So
Wow.
Crybaby Saggy Skin certainly is some minutes behind, because I said football, not soccer.
Correct. Right. Right.
Well, you're wrong, but Crybaby Saggy Skin. For any part of the world, this is being called football, and then one exception is America, and that's it. Everybody else calls it football.
Do Europeans follow at all American football on TV, or they just couldn't care less?
We have some games, and there are kind of sports bars where you can see them and have a beer. But football is for sure the sports number one that we.
Yeah. Generally speaking, at what age do young kids start getting allowed to drink beer at home with their parents or at restaurants? Like, it seems like maybe 12 or 13, they're already beer experts. What do you think?
Well, I think officially you're allowed to drink beer starting at the age of 16. I have to look that up.
16. Yeah, but I suspect at home
Oh, reality is
they let the
different, yes.
kids drinking beer at like 12.
I've,
Like I would think so in Italy, drinking wine, they let the kids start.
my
when they're, like-
grandmother always let us sip on liquor when I was 10 or 11. So
Right. Yeah. Have some, how do you say peppermint? Pfeffernuss?
pfeffermints.
Yeah, peppermint schnapps or something when you're 10 years old.
We had schnapps made out of little apricots. Actually, that is a sweet.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Sweet liquor, which tastes pretty good for
Hey, when I was at the import food store a couple of weeks ago, when I bought those two Niederegger, they have a big selection of Ritter, and they had a new flavor of Ritter, and on the package it also said new. It's a light green colored wrapper, and it was pistachio milk chocolate.
Oh, okay.
So I bought it. It was good, but does not compare to the dark chocolate hazelnut or the nougat one, the
Yeah.
praline one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
are-
not that adventurous. I'm sticking to the ones that I like.
Yeah, I tried them. I've tried them all, and even but the Niederegger marzipan chocolate bar is superior to the Ritter, and the Ritter one is good, but the Lübeck ones are better. But anyway, yeah. What's the age to vote in Germany? 18,
18.
21? Any idea?
18.
18.
Yeah,
Right.
18 for sure. Yeah. There are discussions to lower the age in certain communal elections, because the argument is always that particularly those communal elections, they decide for the future of the young people, so they should have a saying in it. But then there's always the counter argument that they are not fully grown up, they are not fully responsible in a legal
Correct.
definitions.
Yeah. What do you mean communal elections?
Well, small elections, for example, for the mayor here in
Oh, I
Cologne
see.
or
Right.
something like that.
Right. 16, no, below 18 is ridiculous to allow that age to vote.
Yeah, particularly when people are only educating themselves on social media.
Correct. That's
then
right.
It becomes
Yeah.
a big problem.
Right. So, did you have your breakfast already?
No, actually not. I was waiting until 9 o'clock. I was working a little bit, and from 9 o'clock I can call the vet. So
Ah,
I
right.
go very soon to make an appointment,
Right.
and then catch Snooky, because he was here together with me in the room, and he wanted attention, and he didn't get it, so I let him out.
Do you watch animal videos on YouTube, like birds, dogs, cats? Just other otters. Do you like get into a routine of just watching you cute little animal videos?
Unfortunately, I'm getting a lot of cat videos, small shorts, and this is then repeating over. So yes, I'm watching those cat videos now and then, and there is a live stream of a puffin colony in
Puffins.
the UK.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love puffins, and sometimes when I'm really bored, I tune in. That is a constant live stream from that puffin colony.
Yeah, in the past, when I would click on one of the hate channels and they'd all be screaming and yelling and using F-bombs nonstop and, insults, then I'll turn it off after a minute or half a minute or less, and I'll click on an animal video, and it's just some cute cat video or something, or otters or seals, and it just like transforms everything in my brain chemistry to go from such a hostile, hateful environment to just peaceful and cute video,
Yeah, to me, I'm always amazed about how cats behave, and in my opinion, they're the most fascinating animals that you could find.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm really fascinated about cats. Yes.
Welcome back to the diner, Higgins. Can you tell the audience about the lengthy negotiations to bring you back and why you left in the first place?
So the first part of the question I will happily reply to. There were no negotiations. I just saw Morty floundering, and I thought I'm telling him a little bit about German bread and my meetup with.
Yeah,
Ken.
no negotiations, right?
There is, it's very funny, and we've been talking about that. My
Right.
image of being super strategic and always having a goal and trying to destroy the Archieverse or try to compete and to take over the place and all this stuff. Truth is, sometimes I'm just bored, or I'm just in the mood to hop on a channel, and then I do it. So
Yeah, there's a fish. You know the fish called flounder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a very main fish for going fishing back in New York.
Yeah.
Flounders, and then the same fish, but it's also called fluke in a different season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I went fishing a lot and for flounders, and would eat a lot of flounders as a kid. And I can't stand that. It's like a halibut looking kind of fish, but smaller. And if there's one fish I never ever want to eat again, it's flounder. But
Okay.
extremely boring, and nobody cares. But campers might know about flounders. So anyway,
Maybe you can pull up Gamper's question, the long question, why I left in the first place. Let's put it that way. Morty and I had some disagreements, and I was not happy the way I've been treated, so I left.
because of me.
That's simple. Well, indirectly you treated me not very nicely.
Really?
Yep.
I'm not disbelieving you. I just don't recall that. I'd have to think back.
Well, I'll leave it at that. Then.
Yeah.
I don't-
Leave it at that.
Look,
But,
look. People say I'm holding grudges.
oh, I think
I'm replying to
I
the
think I know
question.
what you're referring to. Yeah. Okay. I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
I mean, I made it very, very clear.
Yeah. It involved other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah. Have either of you seen the videos of Europeans relating their experiences during the World Cup? I certainly haven't. I haven't watched anything
Well,
about it.
the Scotch drank the bars in Boston empty, and the Norwegians were making dry rowing in the stadiums. So apparently they had a blast. What I'm also hearing is that they were not happy about the ticket prices. For example, the public transportation in New York is usually around $10 from the airport to the stadium, and they raise prices to 100 just for the World Cup.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So people were not happy with the way of tickets that have been
Right. Gampers, so you were away for well over a year by sheer happenstance, and your return is similarly as this is a multi-syllable word, serendipitous. Got it.
I have no idea what serendipity
Serendipity, serendipitous.
Yeah, no idea. And happenstance also.
it would mean fortunately nice, pleasing result.
I think
I need a
I
dictionary.
think that refers to the speculations that I'm taking
Yeah.
over the place.
Espresso. Crappy is using Higgy to smuggle in German chocolate tariff free. I would do that with Higgins.
There is a big scheme going on, yeah.
Yes. Please provide more detail. Get it out in the open. Was this about
Certainly
the
not
marzipan?
about marzipan.
No, not about marzipan. No. Thanks for elucidating. Okay. How much of a factor was... Fuck, unbelievable. So you can't... That's what I was talking about before,
Yeah.
about my lack of interest with...
But it had nothing to do with that. Actually, Baba and I, we talked it out in private, and I think we get along, and I have no problems when he's on streams, and I have no problems talking with him about watches.
Right. Yeah.
Holiday season?
Whatever the case, this bodes well for the holiday season.
He's
Which
hoping for
holiday
Christmas
season? In 6 months, you mean?
I think we're strategizing we're strategizing my appearances for the holidays.
Oh, really? Christmas market type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas market was a little bit weird because I was planning on the last day of the German Christmas market, which is 23rd of December. I planned to do a gonzo just as a nod to Tanzil after he spent so much in that last year for running up shows and for keeping shows alive and stuff like that. And I know that he has been pestering me for weeks and months to do a gonzo on a Christmas market. And I wanted to do that. And at that same day, the big doxing happened. Not sure if you remember that.
I don't recall that. I remember you were here on my show 2 or 3 Christmases ago, and did 1 or 2 Christmas shopping outdoor things. And one at a market where you were buying advent calendars. Incredible German, huge supermarket type place. And the other one you were outside at a Christmas market. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that was the plan, but then the big doxing thing happened on many channels.
Yeah.
I was just not in the mood.
Yeah. So. Well.
That's it. I think
I think that's it. Yeah,
we shot our powder now. So
yeah,
maybe
right.
Until
I want
2 years
to say
back
thanks for stopping by the Diner channel. It's really nice to talk with you, and I just don't have anything else to say tonight. I'm just too tired to think. Just yeah. I enjoyed the story very much about you with Scotch Down Under. He's really enjoying himself on a trip.
Yeah, and I mean it's a very long trip for him to come over.
What a great thing to do. Yeah.
I understand that he's trying to do that, and also his wife is not with him, so he's probably not limited to what she accepts and tolerates or not. So he can really do things.
So he could go to all the fish and chip shops you want without getting nagged by his wife.
Well, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be much interested in meeting me because she doesn't know me and so on.
Right,
and it's the same with Mrs. Higgins. She's usually not interested in meeting other YouTubers because that doesn't mean anything to her. Yeah.
I see. Question from Blaine. Since all I get is Western propaganda, can you give us your assessment of the current state of affairs of your beloved homeland?
Not sure of what he's referring to it.
Political situations in Germany. With
We are having a hard time, mainly because the car markets in China are not going like we hope to. The American tariffs are certainly hurting our economy, and also the ongoing war in Iran is making prices here explode as well. So at the moment, it's not milk and honey, and we're just trying to.
I think he might have been referring to the millions of new people you have living there from various. You know what I mean? Various.
I think that will be a political thing that I'm not gonna touch. So.
Right. I didn't think you want to get into that. It's right. Higgins, this is the new doped up Morty. No, I'm clear minded tonight. I just laid back and
Can you show us a THC test that you made recently?
No, I don't have any test results to show. Yeah. Ah, shit. Crybaby. Jeez, unbelievable. No, just the overall situation. Not all right. Okay, very nice.
Oh,
you gave a good answer there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I told you.
The marzipan.
What we are having here is
the marzipan market is holding strong, and things are.
We
good.
have record temperatures early summer. At the moment, it is windy and overcast, but in general, this has been a record summer in terms of heat and also lack of rain. So,
have you spent much time in Paris?
I've been to Paris. Didn't spend too much time in Paris.
Yeah, 20 years ago, I remember 20 or 25 years ago, and now just recently in the last few weeks, this giant heat wave in parts of France, including Paris, where people are just suffering and passing out, and even some cases dying. It's just like I remember when this happened, this massive heat wave 20 plus years ago in Paris. People here, I would talk with people and we would just say to each other, why don't they have air conditioners? And, and I met somebody who was French and I said, why don't all you people in Paris just buy an air conditioner for your apartment and not die from the heat? And this person said, well, you don't know anything about Parisian apartment buildings. We don't have air conditioning. We open the windows. I said, yeah, I understand. Well, why don't you just everyone buy an air conditioner? He said, well, it doesn't work like that. So I didn't get it. But,
I think it's a little bit more complex than that.
Well, clearly, yeah, it's something about the old buildings, or I don't know. The electricity can't handle the power demands, or I don't know what it's about, but I didn't get it, man.
I think it's more a thing of habit. So air conditioning is very common in America and also in Asia. We never really needed it so far, but the temperatures are reaching a level where we have to change our opinions. And I know that there is a discussion going on right now. That, for example, hospitals and homes for the elderlies have to step up their game in terms of air conditioning,
Right,
because
right.
it puts people in danger. I have that ongoing discussion with my parents, for example. My parents live in a home which is not really good insulated, and their bedroom is under the roof, and my mother refuses to go down in one of the lower levels where the heat is a little bit more bearable, because she wants to sleep next to her husband. They're both now 91. Keep that in mind. So it is. And
it doesn't occur to them to just buy an air conditioner?
I even can't convince them to put a ventilator in their bedroom. So I had a hard time to convince them to put a ventilator now in their living room. And at the end of the day, I bought one. They resisted against it. But a couple of weeks ago now, my mother told me for the first time they built up the ventilator and it's doing good. after resisting for a couple of years to even use a ventilator. My father is making a big thing out of moving air. Whenever he detects a slight amount of wind, he's afraid of getting sick. And even with those brutal hot temperatures, he insists in having a blanket when he's sleeping. So I can't change those people.
Yeah. He's 91. He's not going to change. So
No.
yeah.
Definitely.
Wow. Here's a question from Gampers. Higgins, do you ever wear a beater watch?
Depends on how you define a beater watch.
I guess he means a cheap, under $1,000 watch, maybe.
Under 1,000, not. I'm very well known of wearing my beloved Porsche design watch, but that is a little bit more, and that's basically my beater. And before that, it was a Rolex that I wore as a beater because I'm not always wearing my expensive Lange watches around.
Right. Rich Mitch in England, he has an air conditioner. Congratulations. Very good. Right.
And just to add, since half a year, I'm wearing an Apple Watch now on my right wrist because I just want to have the health benefits. Particularly when I'm sleeping, I want to check if I'm snoring, if I'm having apnea, how my blood saturation, the oxygen saturation.
An Apple Watch can detect all those things?
Yes.
I've never had one. So when you wake up, you can look at the results?
Exactly. Yes. I can check my sleeping performance. It shows me how deep I'm sleeping, and if I'm snoring, how my pulse and my breathing rhythm is. So it shows me everything. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Does an Apple Watch have a feature to evaluate sexual performance overnight?
I haven't found that.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Higgins is wearing an Apple Watch. Absolute bombshell.
Breaking news. Yeah.
Yeah. How much is an Apple Watch? What's the price of one of those?
So I'm having the Ultra, which is the top of the line product, for one reason, or for two reasons. The main reason is it has a sapphire crystal. The cheaper one, the normal Apple Watch, doesn't have a sapphire crystal, and I hate that when a crystal is getting scratched.
Right.
So
Comedic
I'm wearing
legend
the
Daniel
Apple Watch
Katz.
Ultra.
Right. Yeah, I've never had any Apple product, but Samsung makes a similar kind of watch, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But wow, amazing. P. Clen, hello there. Has Higgins requested his super wrench from Morty yet?
Not yet.
No,
Not yet.
Not yet. No. Thank you, P. Clen. Right.
Yeah, I've never had a wrench on Morty. Morty doesn't try.
Never?
To that.
Well, maybe not. I don't remember, but
No,
yeah.
never.
Yeah. I have had wrenches in the past, and all those people, for the most part, they've moved on with their life to do things more worthwhile than wasting time on YouTube live streams. So, nod of recognition for their better choices, But they probably left for the same reason that I was talking about before. But
Yeah, could be.
yeah, but
So
they're
what's
still
your
there if
new
they want to
world?
be on. If they want to watch the show, they will still have their wrench, but they've all moved on to better uses of their time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you still after that Seiko with the Indigo dial?
Well, that would be a very nice watch, but buying a watch is the last thing that I would ever think of to spend money on.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like that Laco Bremerhaven, which is a really beautiful watch. And so I asked you about it, and you said, "Yeah, it's okay. You can buy it if you want." You gave me a thumbs up. Yeah. And that is 1,800 or 1,500, but those things are just not necessary for me. Or the watch that I have, the Victorinox that you helped me make the purchase decision on, it does everything I want. It's
Do you know that Jamie bought a Victorinox backpack?
Well, those are excellent. Their luggage is excellent stuff.
Yeah. He's very proud.
I'm glad to hear that he didn't buy some some bullshit European super high
Luxury brand.
priced from Milan brand kind of backpack, like a Chanel or Prada or. You have a Mont Blanc backpack, don't you?
I have a Mont Blanc backpack, yes, and
Yeah, yeah.
that is I hold that in very high regards.
Do
because
do
it's
you
the
actually
last-
use it often?
No, actually not. But that is the last item that my former colleague got me before he died. A couple of weeks later, he died. Or actually, I think the backpack arrived after he died. So yeah,
Yeah, well.
because he was still at Mont Blanc, and he could get the staff discount.
Right,
that is the
right,
background.
right. Do you ever bump into anybody or just see anybody when you're outside at the market or anywhere who's wearing a Mont Blanc watch? You ever see anybody wearing one?
Actually, yes.
Really?
and it brought me a favor. So
Is that because you're in Hamburg where people might buy it?
yeah, so
Because the brand
I'll
is based there? Or?
I'll tell you the story. So 1.5 years ago, and this may be breaking news, I sold my Porsche actually, and that is 1.5 years ago now. And a guy from France bought it, from Paris actually, and he sent over a driver, and I thought I could unregister the car online, but I couldn't for some reason. And I had to unregister the car because I'm handing over the car to a stranger, so he could ride on my insurance. That's not what I'm gonna do.
Right.
So appointments at the car registration office would take weeks. So I drove down there to get an immediate appointment. Basically, talk them into accepting me without having an appointment. And the guy at the reception was wearing a Mont Blanc watch, and he
So that's
said,
who buys Mont Blanc, DMV workers. Right.
wait.
Okay.
So no, and he told me, no, you need an appointment. I'm sorry that I can't help you.
Right.
And then I told him, by the way, you're wearing a beautiful Mont Blanc watch. I used to work for the company, and we had a chat. And he told me that he's friend with the vice president of Mont Blanc in Hamburg, and he got him the watch for cheap, with a discount. And he was very proud of wearing it. And while having that discussion about the watch, and I told him I used to work there, and I was involved in the watches and so on, and that changed his mind, and he unregistered the car.
Wow. So Mont Blanc helped you
Mont Blanc
out.
helped me in that situation,
Right.
in that pickle. Yes.
Wow, amazing. That's a great story. Yeah.
Yeah. But
espresso-
to be
Yeah.
honest, he has been the only person in the wild that I've seen wearing a Mont Blanc.
But it was fortunate. It was like a kismet experience that
Yeah,
it happened at
definitely.
that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Higgy endorse Zinn watches?
Of course. Sin watches are great. However, they left the price bracket where they were really cool. So below €1,000 usually, you got an incredible Sin watch 3 decades ago. And since Mr. Schmidt then took over the company, the prices went up, but also the quality, and so they still make some cool stuff.
I've looked at the Mont Blanc website on occasion, and I think their stuff, watches, and they have some very nice looking watches. But I'm not a Patek Philippe fanatic, so Blaine Cole. I owned a Mont Blanc Meisterstück. I quite liked it. Sure, why not?
Yeah, they are incredible.
Yeah.
Particularly the 149 with a long nib. It rides like more.
Do you use one of those like Goyard watch boxes kind of things for your collection? One of those $10,000 watch boxes.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I thought maybe you kept all your watches in your James Bond briefcase or something.
No, never in the James Bond briefcase, because they are not stored where I'm storing my
Ah,
watches
right.
in the back
Right.
safe. So yeah.
Right. Wow, amazing. Yeah.
There is comedic legend Daniel Katz. Not sure if it's the real.
Well, I don't know, but
But his
perhaps it
previous
is.
question I would like to reply to.
Sure, please. Yeah.
Mont Blanc watches don't usually have a Minerva movement. Actually, when I was at Mont Blanc, we had a project to build up one of the old Rieseke or how do I say? The first chronograph actually was based on an ink printing system, and we tried to recreate that first chronograph, which used ink because there was a connection with Mont Blanc. And I was contacting Minerva if they could do that. That was the first contact between Mont Blanc and Minerva. And then later on, Mont Blanc bought Minerva, and now the very high-end movements are Minerva movements on Mont Blanc watches, and now they're under their own brand. But you can't generally say that all Mont Blanc watches have Minerva movement. Only the
Right,
top
right.
0.1%.
Now here's a very astute question. Do you sniff your watch boxes?
No.
Like you know who? Yeah. Right. Well,
Why
I'm
would
glad
I?
to hear that. Yeah.
Why would I?
Oh, Archie, he sniffs everything.
Yeah, I know, but why would I?
That's right. Why? Well, that's why I was
Why would I
asking. But
do that?
why would anybody besides Archie Luxury do that? Right.
Exactly.
Right. Amazing. Yeah.
Okay, Morty, I think I have to go now.
Yeah.
Before the vet office is closed. When I'm not getting an appointment, I may be back. But
Well, thank you very
I'm
much for
hopeful.
stopping by. I really appreciate that, and it's always great to get to talk with you
Thanks
and
for the
hear your
chat.
stories. And the best story you told was the Mont Blanc guy at the DMV. That was great. That was a great story.
I think I can leave without destroying everything because I'm not on the phone. So
Right. Okay. Thanks very much,
Bye-bye.
Higgins.
Yeah,
See you later. Good night. All right. Fantastic. Let's get the music back. Yeah, that was a surprise. Nothing was set up for that. Right. Yeah, it was really nice. Great to talk. I haven't talked to Higgins on a show in maybe a year, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I used to have him on the channel very frequently back when people were screaming and yelling all the time, and other stuff. All right, let's get back to the whale music and. YouTube has changed the fonts. Really? I'm not aware of that. Exactly. Well, I'm just hanging out, no plans. Just listening and relaxing to the music. If anybody wants to, stop by and chat about anything, the link is up. But as you can tell, I have nothing to talk about. Why did every House vote against the Stopping Insider Trading Act? Let me read this again. Hold on. Why did every House vote against the Stopping Insider Trading Act come from a Democrat? Well, is that correct? It sounds like it would be right, because they're all corrupt, and they're all profiting in the millions They don't want to, and they're all natural. The Democrats are all natural lawbreakers, so they don't want to change that. Blaine, Morty, any speculating on Kalshi? What is Kalshi? Civil War 2026? Yeah, I'm hoping it happens because I have some things I would like to take care of or be involved with if that happens. I'm not hoping, but it does look like it needs to happen. Kalshi, what is... What is it? It says here, prediction market for trading the future. A regulated exchange and prediction market where you can trade on the outcome of real world events. Really, it's very interesting. I'll look that up later. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, next generation betting platform. Prediction. Yeah, I'll look at that website later. Interesting. Yeah. Higgins didn't seem thrilled about President Trump's dealings with Iran, and that's fine. But I'm totally with Trump on his actions, as I've always been. He's removing a great evil from the world. And it needs to be done. And thankfully, he's doing it sooner than later, when it's too late. First Higgins, next Herman. I haven't talked to Herman in quite a while. The congressional stock trading ban still passed the House. Every Republican voted for it. 13 Democrats voted for it and 198 voted against it. Isn't that amazing? Well, that's like, why would Democrats all vote against having to show an ID to vote? It's obvious. Why would they all vote for continuing mail-in ballots, not wanting them banned? Of course, you know. Yep. Yeah, I haven't done a show, I think, in 2 weeks. And I thought I'd stop by tonight and just see what's going on. But outside of the surprise Higgins visit, I have nothing going on to talk about tonight. I do have 3 shows planned, but I'm in no rush to do them. But they're all planned, ready to go. One is the diarrhea show, which I think would be very good, but I just don't have the mental wherewithal to go through it. The other one is the show called The Sicilian Connection. That's all planned and ready to go. It's just, yeah, I mean, you know. And the other show, I don't want to reveal what it's about, but it's very funny. And so I have 3 shows in the pipeline ready to go, but, you know. Blaine, why did the 81 million, quote, voters who turned out for Joe Biden not show up for Kamala? Isn't that a great question? That's the most astute question I've seen on YouTube in the last week or 2. Great question. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Joe Biden just wrote, I saw a video of him all drugged up, you know, and he's announced that he just, quote, he wrote a book, which is it's now just been released or will be released very, very soon, about his years as, quote, president. If anybody believes he actually wrote a book, then unbelievable. Dr. Jill Biden wrote a book also. And the story I saw on some website was it appeared immediately, it appeared on the New York Times top 10 bestseller list for 2 weeks. And then it completely disappeared from the New York Times list. And what that clearly indicated was certain groups purchased mass quantities of the book, so it would appear on the top 10 list. Then after that, because nobody bought the book, just particular groups to boost her image by, quote, having a number one or a bestseller book. But the same thing will happen with Joe Biden's book, maybe, you know. Like Big Mike's book, Godzilla. Sasquatch, I mean, Michelle. She wrote a book, but I can't imagine anybody who would buy that. Hey, we have another guest. Mitch McConnell was the ghostwriter of Biden. Very funny. That's a good one. Okay, very good. Is Hunter Biden doing the artwork for another great question? Yeah, let's bring on another guest. And hello, Dodger.
Good morning, Morty. How are you out today? You all right?
Yeah, doing great. How are you?
Not so bad. Can't stay long. I'm just going to cut the grass. But how's Portland, Oregon today? Is it all right?
Is this the real Dodger?
What do you mean? Is there more than one Dodger?
Yeah, there's a tow truck driving midget. Might be Dodger.
You mean Uzi? Oh no, Uzi.
And then there's a real Dodger who lives in Poland, a British guy.
Yeah. That's right, Wrocław, just outside Wrocław, near Lodz. Yeah. How are you doing? You all right?
I'm doing okay. Yeah.
And how's Portland, Oregon? Is it all right today?
It's a cesspool, but
it's bad, is it?
Yeah, very, very hot today and yesterday, but it's cooling down.
Have you still got
tomorrow.
Those Antifa guys around?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh God. Well, at least I tell you what, they haven't come into Poland yet, but we're still waiting for them.
Right. Okay. Well, no, Poland would not tolerate the Antifa assholes. They would just string them up.
We don't know the future. We don't know what's going to happen in that future, do we?
Yeah. Hey, Dodger, you sound like somebody else I know, but it's okay. Yeah.
Who's that?
You sound like a guy in England who enjoys a good mango lassi.
Mango lassi? Who would that be?
A guy named Danny. Yeah.
Danny. Oh, Danny, what's his name? From Manchester? Oh, no. He's from Manchester, up that area. No. Totally different.
Oh, okay. Dirty Danny, right, yeah.
Dirty Danny, that's right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, we're not the same at all. No.
Okay.
No. And what time is it with you? Where you are must be late.
Here on the West Coast, it's 1:18 Thursday morning.
1:18, right. It's 10:20 here. I'm just about to cut the grass. Going to cut the grass. We've got a lovely day here. Sunny. Lovely and sunny. We've had good weather this summer, you know.
Very nice. Yeah.
And I heard you had Jonathan on earlier. I haven't spoken to Jonathan for ages.
Yeah, no, it was a real treat. He stopped by. We had a nice chat for about an hour.
That was a big surprise, wasn't it? Yes. Him popping on. Yeah, that was a very big surprise. Good to hear him. He's doing all right, isn't he? He's doing well.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you haven't been on for 2 weeks, have you?
No, I've just been doing other things, you know.
You've had a bit of a break.
I've been looking into funeral arrangements, for cremation.
Oh, don't you talk about that now. We don't want to hear that talk.
I mean, making plans for the future, you know. And
right, yeah. No.
It's very depressing when I started looking into it, thinking about one's own demise, which is inevitable, but, you know.
Well, they cost a fortune. I don't know what the cost in America is. But
well, the cheapest I found, not that I would necessarily be guided by finding the cheapest place, they might botch up the whole process, if they're that cheap.
Yeah.
But for about $1,200, you can get a cremation done, cheapo.
Really? Oh, that's good. That is.
I can put that on a credit card and then not pay it. But I don't think I want to be guided by just going for the place that's offering the cheapest, because there might be a reason that they offer such a cheap price. They might fuck up the whole thing.
Well, I mean, at that price, I wouldn't complain. That's very good value.
Then again, would I even know that they fucked it up? So that's the thing.
Hey, you've no need to worry. You're gone. So what does it no need to worry?
That is something to think about. Yeah.
But God, that's not, because the cheapest in Birmingham, UK, is about £5,000. That's for the cremation.
That's pretty expensive. Yeah.
$7,000, $8,000. Yeah, that's not cheap.
Yeah, but if they have the money, maybe it doesn't affect them. 5,000 for me would be a major purchase decision,
Now, it's too much when you're gone to waste on that, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to waste it on. I think 2,000 to 2,500 seems to be the price for a reputable company.
Yeah,
funeral
I
home.
agree.
Yeah,
totally agree. You don't want to go wasting money when you're gone.
exactly. Rich Mitch says that's not Danny, right?
Danny, now, Rich Mitch. Oh, no, he's from up Newcastle way.
He's somewhere in England. Yeah.
Yeah, he's up northeast. Yeah.
It's not Dodger, says Rich Mitch.
Well, wait, hang on. Who is it then?
Espresso says can't wait for Dungeon 2.0, Dodger.
Right.
Is Dodger, you going to be going back to the dungeon as host? Is that what he's saying?
You must be joking. I'm not going back there.
Okay. All right.
Luxury. He's off to Asia next week, is he?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen him around for a while.
Off to Vietnam. He says apparently he's divorced. Whether it's true or not, I don't know.
I don't know. Espresso, you can clearly see from his avatar that's the real. Well, the avatars are always, they never are misleading, so it must be the real Dodger.
That is, yeah. Me.
Oh, hello, Puck. Where is Jeff? Okay, all right.
Okay. There's lots of comments here, isn't there?
That looks like Dodger, so it must be Dodger.
Yeah, that's me having my lunch. I love my lunch the other day.
Yeah.
Holy sausages, lovely.
Yeah. So are you into currywurst?
No, too spicy for me. No, don't like that at all. Too spicy.
That's interesting that you would say that as an Englishman, because all you English blokes love Indian super spicy curry.
Well, some people do, but where we are in Birmingham, there's loads of Indian restaurants that sort of took over.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. Pakistani restaurants, Indian
restaurants. Because all that super hot and spicy curry is, the English guys all love that stuff, which is amazing.
I'll have me sausage and bacon will do me. I tell you that now.
Right.
I'm not into all this spicy stuff, this foreign stuff. No.
Got it.
Not for me.
Right.
No. So you're having your food programs. You're having the diarrhea program. I might be able to jump on that.
That would be terrific. Yeah. I mean, it's all ready to go. I don't mean I mean the diarrhea show. Yeah. I just after I put it together, I felt like, I'm going to do this terrific show, and no one's even going to care. So. Oh,
don't you say that. People will be jumping on knowing. You wait and see. You wait and see. No problem.
Yeah, I did a show. I was going to do a show about. I started a show about toilet paper about 2 or 3 years ago or something, and I had a whole thing planned on toilet paper. Which, I mean, how can you live without toilet paper? I guess some people do, but.
Well,
and Dis popped on immediately and said, "What is this shit? I don't want to hear a show about toilet paper. Get with it, man. Do a real show."
Interesting, that, yeah.
So I abandoned the toilet paper show, but
well, that could be very interesting. There'd be some interesting topics there. The best brand and
best brands, shapes, designs, colors, prices, toilet paper around the world. I mean,
exactly.
History of toilet paper, perfumed toilet paper.
That could be, it could be very
different roll sizes of toilet paper. I mean, it's endless. Yeah.
That's right. Oh yeah, I know. You can find all sorts of information.
I think, especially if a British guy, consumed a meal of what's that spicy curry called?
Which one? Vindaloo.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
God.
toilet paper would be number one on his mind the next morning. You know.
That'd take your stomach out. That was to tell you.
Exactly right.
Yeah. No. That's lethal. That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that. Now look, Morty, I've got to go because I've got to cut my grass.
Right. Okay.
But it was lovely to talk to you.
Yeah. This also might be Mr. ABC, but I don't know. So it's
Oh,
probably
ABC.
Dodger.
ABC. Oh no, he's the real Dodger. ABC's he's from Birmingham too, you know. But
Oh, is he really? Yeah.
yeah, he's not far actually, just down the road. But no, it's not ABC.
Daniel Katz says, "Is this Prince Nassim Hamed
Oh Christ, no.
doing a
No.
Dodger impression?" Well, we don't know.
No, it's not him. He's from Sheffield. He is.
I
It's a
see.
nasty piece of work. He is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, hey,
Nasty.
Dodger, thanks for stopping by.
You're most welcome, Morty, and we'll speak again sometime. You take care now.
Maybe see you on the Diarrhea Show.
We'll try and make a date for that. See you now, lad.
Okay,
Bye
so
now.
long.
Take
Bye.
care.
Wow, how about that? Amazing, huh? Absolutely amazing. So we had two sensational guests. We had Higgins and a questionable Dodger appearance. All right. Currently 18 viewers. Let me check if there's any thumbs up. I just gave the show a thumbs up. If anybody would like to do that in lieu of PayPal, Cash App, Ko-Fi, please give a thumbs up. That would be nice. Three. All this quality programming tonight, and I only have 3 thumbs up. And people ask me, why have you lost so much interest in doing your shows? 4. 4 thumbs up. You know, if I started doing monologues about my years in the state prison, prison sex, prison food, commissary, showers, exercise yard, I'd get a lot of super chats and Ko-Fis. But, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Rich, quite impressive to keep that up for so long. Keep what up? Crybaby, what type of research and prep are you doing for the Diarrhea Show? Well, the preparation's all been done. It's all ready to roll. I just haven't done it. I did a lot of research, and based on life experiences, and general knowledge, plus some specialized research and visuals, personal stories, anecdotal stuff. Blaine, I could picture you as a prison psychiatrist. Really? Yeah. I would never have chosen that as a career ever, prison psychiatrist. I mean, that's just, wow. I never wanted to be a doctor either. You know, when I was young, thinking about what kind of careers I might like to get into, I just never ever, regardless of the specialty area, I never wanted to be a doctor because I just don't want to deal with a lot of ugly, disgusting-looking people, as much as they might need my help if I were a doctor. I don't want people, if I had a private practice, I don't want these grotesque people coming in off the street. If I worked in a hospital, like in the emergency room, I just don't want to deal with some people who, homeless stink, stench, and people screaming and projectile vomiting and Um, if I had a Beverly Hills, Park Avenue practice, and all the patients were like supermodels or actresses, street walkers, I think that would have been okay. But that's hard to get that niche to be successful, unless you're a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills or something. But Crybaby, if Chicago guy, Mike the Snake, Jack's tow truck guy, and Morty were in the same prison, who'd be the pod boss? That's a very good question. I made a list a few months ago of all the felons and convicts who were on these channels. And just off the top of my head, I came up with a minimum of 10. 10 former convicts, inmates, felons. Right off the list, just boom, 10. And it's amazing, yeah. I wouldn't be a pod boss. I just would want to be left alone as much as possible, if that is possible, would be possible. Yeah. I'd be the guy like in Shawshank Redemption, James Whitmore's character, the old guy who, after 40 years, was being released, and he couldn't adjust. He got a shitty job as a supermarket bagger, and he wanted to fucking kill the little kid who was the manager. Then he went back to his rooming house and hung himself. I'd be that kind of convict at this point, But, yeah. I'd probably be the guy who everyone goes to for legal advice. So I'd be left alone, probably. I wouldn't have my license anymore, but I'd be able to do stuff for people. Yeah, anyway. Blaine, the diarrhea broadcast should prove cathartic. Well, yeah, that's good. Yeah. I'm thinking more along the lines of Tom Selleck in An Innocent Man. Yeah, I never saw. Was that a TV movie, or a theatrical movie? An Innocent Man. What was that? I don't watch Tom Selleck in anything. He's just an unbelievable boring actor. He is so boring as an actor. I mean, An Innocent Man is a 1989 American crime drama thriller starring Tom Selleck as an airline mechanic sent to prison when framed by crooked police officers. I just can't imagine watching that. It would just be unbelievably boring. Hey, you know what I watched yesterday? I couldn't believe it, but it was on Pluto TV, that, the free movie channel, Pluto TV. They have Masters of the Universe from 1986, maybe 87. And it stars Frank Langella and Meg Foster as Evil Lynn, and Frank Langella as Skeletor, and Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. And I only found out about these characters from talking to Puck Elf. So I watched the first hour of it. I can't believe I actually watched the first hour of it. And I didn't finish it because I thought I've had my fill of the movie, but unbelievable. Why is the character called He-Man? That doesn't make any sense. I saw the part where they had the little troll guy, Wildor, whatever his name was. He had this little gadget that transported them back to planet Earth, present time. And they were at a fast food place where this pretty girl, I forgot who the name of the girl is, she was leaving her job, and then her boyfriend found this thing in the graveyard when they were visiting his parents, and then all these Evil Lynn and all her warrior guys use that gadget to go to Earth and retrieve that magical gadget at the behest of Skeletor. I can't believe I'm even talking about this. Yeah, Billy Barty played Wildor, whatever the guy's name was. Totally unrecognizable due to all the makeup. Yeah, same with Skeletor. If you don't tell them to hold the lettuce, the show might be a real blast, Morty. Yeah, well put, well put. That Taco Bell lettuce, that'll clean you right out, big time. That's awful. I mean, the thing about Taco Bell, I was going to talk about this a little bit on the diarrhea show, is this listeria, is that what it was, that came from all the Mexican lettuce that's in Taco Bell that they were using, causing people across the country really getting ill with massive diarrhea? How is that any different than any other regular day at Taco Bell? I mean, really, you know. But yeah, I guess that's part of the Taco Bell experience, you know. But anyway, yeah. A low point for Frank Langella. He's an excellent actor. I mean, what about Max von Sydow in Flash Gordon? No, I'm not aware of that. But, you know, sustaining a 50-year career as an Hollywood actor or whatever, and, you know, you just can't get good parts all the time. Sometimes you just got to make some money. And I remember Jack Lemmon was in Airport 77. This goes way back. It was the second or third airplane disaster movie, and he played the pilot. I think Jack Lemmon and Darren McGavin were the two pilots of the plane, and I think it sank in the ocean, something like that. Anyway, I saw him on a talk show in New York, and the guy asked him, "Look at all the movies you've made, the great movies. Why Airport 77? Why would you do that?" And he just looked at him and said, "Cash flow." So he gave him a very honest answer, you know. So that's probably Frank Langella, same reason, or Max von Sydow. Yeah. A honeymoon salad, lettuce alone. Right. Exactly. Amazing. James Mason and Michael Caine, they've made absolutely great actors, or excellent, you know, but they've made some absolute crap as well. And it's money. You know, you got to have money coming in. You got to have money coming in every year. So, and I think what they think when they make those movies is, look, it's a quick, you know, cash injection, and if we're lucky, no one's going to see this piece of shit movie anyway, so okay, I'll do it. But as opposed to something like George Clooney or Ben Affleck or any of those guys, where every movie is just garbage, you know. By the way, I saw yesterday, I was reading something about the Superman TV show from the 50s, and Ben Affleck played in a movie called, he played the Superman actor George Reeves in some movie. What was it called? Wonderland, or I didn't know about this until I saw this website. Hollywoodland, 2006. A detective examines the mysterious death of George Reeves, the star of the television series Adventures of Superman from the 1950s. So I looked up, because I'm very interested in that show and the actors and the mysterious death of George Reeves, which I think was murder, clearly, you know. And I looked up YouTube for a clip of Ben Affleck as George Reeves as Superman. Absolutely unwatchable. I gave it like 30 seconds and had to turn it off. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. No one can top Steven Seagal for maintaining cash flow. Well, that's a very good point. He just churns out the most abominable shit. Even I don't remember when I don't know when his last piece of shit movie came out, but yeah, he just churns out absolute garbage. I think he films most of his stuff in Romania or Bulgaria or something like that because it's so cheap to film it over there. Something like that. AC3 can beat Seagal on that point. Oh, right, right. Churning out garbage for cash flow. That's a very astute comment there. Yeah. Some people say, I've heard people say that Mrs. Wilkinson is actually Lux in Thailand. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? Hey, if anybody wants to help Morty with a sign of support for providing 2+ hours of useless, worthless content tonight, PayPal, Cash App, Ko-Fi, it's all there in the description. Thank you. Thank you, folks. Anyway. Getting a little hungry. Maybe I should end the show and... Mrs. Wilkinson, I am permanently banned by Lux on every AC3 channel. He hates Caucasian pensioners. Really? Wow. Amazing. Well, it was nice to have Higgins stop by and the fake Dodger come by. That was terrific. Very nice. Made for a good show. Well, good being, subjective. Blaine, the hunt for Lux, the internet's most disturbed user. You mean that? Lux? Lux Report in Thailand. Yeah, that guy. If you were a Hollywood A-list talent, would you do junk projects for the money at times or just stick to quality projects? Well, you see, it's a two-edged sword because you need to be, you still need to be current and be seen. But if you just take a absolute garbage shit trash pail movie to keep being seen, then there's a plus and minus to that. I don't think I would be an all-out whore like most of the Hollywood people who will just do anything for money. But who knows, that question kind of like brings Burt Reynolds to mind because... Hey, we have Higgins backstage. Is this the real Higgins? Let's take a look. Hello.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me just mention this to follow up on this question. Burt Reynolds spent his entire career on the Johnny Carson show complaining about the crappy movies he was making. And really, isn't in his entire, 50-year career, he made maybe one movie that was pretty decent, Deliverance, maybe one other. It was just crap. And I always said back in his heyday when he was making so much money, but he was always bitching about making all his movies being just crap. I wanted to say to him, look, you got a lot of money. Why don't you shut up with your complaining and produce your own movie? Hire your own talent, pick your own director, pick your own creatively prestigious project, and then shut up. But he never did that. He just kept making more, car chase and police crap movies, But anyway, so, yeah, Higgins, how's it going?
Yeah, I just heard that Sir Danny was on the show.
Well, we had a Dodger type person before.
Dodger type person. No,
Yeah.
who was it? Danny or Dodger?
I don't know. It might have been Dodger, it might have been Danny, it might have been ABC, it might have been who knows. Yeah.
Okay.
Might have been somebody else, who knows.
Yeah, you never know with those fake avatars.
Yeah, like
Fake
this might be the real Higgins, it might be a fake Higgins. We don't know.
Well, many people are doing amazing German accents, so you never know, yeah?
Yeah.
So I just had breakfast and I'm having another coffee. Breaking news, I don't have the Jura coffee maker anymore.
Oh, really? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What are you using now?
Miele.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Is it as good as the other one?
Actually not. The Miele has some advantages, but it's very slow, and that really pisses me off. It takes forever. So, for example, I just turned it on, and now I'm rinsing hot water into it, and I activated it, but now it has to heat up. The Jura was much quicker.
Yeah, I mean, that's a drag because in the morning when you want a cup of coffee, you don't want to
Yeah.
stand there waiting for the fucking thing to finish.
Exactly, yes, and there is also a pause now when I have the hot water in the coffee cup, and then when I'm getting the real coffee, it has to heat up again. So that's a real struggle.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of burping kind of noises on your audio.
Yeah, that is a machine in the background probably.
No, I think it's the audio connection. There's
Oh, okay. I'm having my Pixel buds in the ear.
JB gets these kinds of noises often when he's on the show.
Okay, is it now better?
Let's see. Count to 10 in German, and we'll see if it's still there.
Count down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it's still there a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's okay. It's tolerable, but sorry.
One second, I'm turning the. One second, let me try that. Is it now better?
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
No, we have an echo.
No, it's still there. Is it true that instant coffee is popular with many Europeans?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
don't
looked
have
I've looked on Amazon for coffee brands from Germany, and they have 3 or 4 German instant coffee brands. I've yet to buy one, but I'll get around to it. I forgot the brand names. So one is, well, I can't remember, but
One is Jacobs for sure.
well, I've had that brand. Yeah, that was very, very
Yeah. Nescafe probably.
No, it was
No.
began with a T.
Chibo.
Chibo, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they have like several varieties of instant coffee there, and
Yeah.
some other brands. I forgot the names, but
Well, Chibo is probably the biggest brand in Germany, due to the fact they used to have their own coffee shops. So that is how they grew big. So I remember the days when I went with my mother to Chibo, and they ground the beans fresh there in the shop, and I still remember the amazing smell.
oh, really? Well, it's
Yeah.
those brands are like twice the price of a jar of instant coffee here, but I'll try it.
Definitely.
I'll get to them. Yeah, what I do is I just clicked echo cancellation, and I think it fixed the problem.
Okay, that sounds
So
good.
Bateman gave the right info there. Thank you, Bateman. How do we know this is really Higgins and not timely?
Well, we don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Stay surprised. Stay sexy.
Anton May, how you doing? Yeah. They also have on Amazon that brand of coffee you recommended some years back from Switzerland. Began with an M. Montebank or something. Something sounds like that. Montebuch or I can't remember the name. It's like 3 times the price of coffee here.
Okay.
forgot
And
the
I
name of it.
recommended that?
Well, you said it was a very good brand of coffee, but I can't remember the name.
It was not Lavazza, for sure.
It was what?
Lavazza from Italy?
No. No, Lavazza is sold everywhere here. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it even on cruise ship.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Blaine, Higgins' parents are in their 90s. My goodness, they have lived through a lot. Yeah.
Well, particularly with me and my 2 brothers, for sure. They didn't have
Particularly with refusing an air conditioner. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a comment. The closing down of nuclear power stations has nothing to do with air conditions. We have enough power here, so that should be manageable. No, it's just people don't like to change their habits, and I think it applies to older houses. Our house here is pretty well insulated, so it doesn't get that hot.
Yeah.
When it's really hot outside, we just close the windows and turn on the fan. So we're okay for the moment.
Movenpick.
Mövenpick, okay.
Movenpick, that was the brand from Switzerland.
Yeah.
It's that I was going to buy it, but it's 3 times the price of an American coffee brand here.
Interesting, because
But
Mövenpick
maybe
here is...
for one time it's worth it just to try it out.
Yeah. Actually, as far as I know, Mövenpick here in Germany is made by a German company, so Mövenpick is only having the trademark and probably the recipe or something like that.
Well, I'll look at it again if it's. I'll see what the price is. Yeah.
So, for example, Lavazza is more expensive than Mövenpick usually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lavazza is in almost every supermarket here. They have 3 or 4 or 5 varieties everywhere. So.
But does it come from Italy or is it also licensed?
Yeah. It's the Italian. It's all from Italy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty good coffee.
Yeah. So you don't know what happened that I'm not having my beloved Jura machine anymore?
No, what happened with all that? Yeah.
Well, the Jura was 12, and I had her on repair, I think 3 or 4 times already with Jura. Sometimes it was leaking, and I think once the computer board went out. So I had a couple of repairs, and now it didn't switch on. And I had the feeling that the power switch was broken. Mm-hmm. So I thought maybe not a big deal. So I sent the machine to Jura and...
I remember something about this, yeah.
Okay.
And they were bitching at you that they weren't going to fix it, or they did. You
exactly.
Had to pay something, I don't remember, yeah.
Yeah, they told me right at the beginning that it may be difficult to get spare parts, and they may refuse to do that. But I sent it in, and the result was something with a power box was broken. They don't have spare parts, so they are sending me the machine back for a fee of 70 euros, or they will discard it. And I was so upset because that machine was really expensive. Mm-hmm. And even though 12 years is a long time for a coffee maker, I accept that. But it's not. There is no point buying a top of the line product for 3,000 euros. That was it when it was back then.
Yeah.
And after 12 years, they tell you they don't have spare parts. So I was so angry and so upset that I started researching. And actually, my brother also has a Jura maker, and he has an independent workshop. And I told him about my problems, and he asked me to send him the machine. And at the end of the day, it was only the power switch which was broken. And I'm so furious with Jura about that laziness, not to properly investigate. Just tell me, well, the machine is crap. You have to throw it away. That I told them I'm never gonna buy a Jura anymore, and I'm gonna badmouth you, which I'm doing right now.
Good, good. Yeah, I can understand, you buy a $79 Cuisinart and it breaks down after 2-3 years. You go, well,
Yeah,
okay, you
you
buy another
just kick
one.
it out, yeah.
Yeah, but a $5,000 coffee machine would be like buying a Rolex. They should
Yeah,
not, you never would expect they don't have the parts to fix
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and even worse, they say they don't have the parts, while they're just too lazy to properly investigate what's really wrong with the
Right,
machine.
right.
I think that's just disrespectful towards your clients and towards the money that your clients used to spend for that machine.
Jura, is that actually that's a Swiss company, right? Well, fuck them, you know.
Yeah.
Now, what about that Italian brand that we talked about,
La Marzocco.
La Marzocco? That was really expensive and top quality.
Well, we've been talking about that. The main reason why I didn't buy the La Marzocco was the fact that it took 16 minutes to heat up in the morning.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah.
That was the main reason, because when I'm going down, I'm feeding the cat, and I want my coffee. I don't want to wait for 16 minutes to heat the machine up.
Correct.
Additionally, it needs a lot of countertop space, because it's not only the machine. You need a high-end grinder, and you need all those tools that knocking board where you empty those little thingies where you have the coffee powder in. So you need almost a meter of desktop space, which I don't have in my kitchen.
Right, right.
So I'm still eyeing for La Marzocco because I really would like to have one, but it's just not practical, and I know that I'm getting annoyed by it very soon.
Well, is there an area in your kitchen where you can custom build a separate place where you can store the La Marzocco coffee machine? If you did have one?
So first of all, the space in our kitchen is really limited. We are fighting over that space on a regular basis. So there is no way to extend until I extend the kitchen, which was a discussion at some point. But you have to be nearby the water sink as well. You just can't put it anywhere. You just
Yeah, right, right.
yeah,
Exactly.
if that makes sense.
Sure. No, it's got to be by the sink. That's right.
Yeah. No, so that La Marzocco will remain a secret love for me. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, you could put
Did we
it in the
speak?
bathroom,
Well, yeah, and then
and it would be right next to the bathroom sink. And you'd have to use the bathroom for your coffee making, but
probably doing two important things at the
well, I mean,
beginning of the day.
it is an idea, but maybe
Yeah.
not.
Well, we can discuss about that on the diarrhea stream. I think
Yes. Well done. Yeah.
when it takes a little bit more time, just make a coffee.
How does the German say the word? What's the German word for diarrhea?
I'm not going to say that because somebody may clip it and probably use it.
Oh, okay, right. Very good. I'll have to look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, did we speak about the Hong Kong trip that I did together with the Dodgers?
No, no, let's do that. By the way, here's a question.
Yeah.
Does Higgins' home have a basement? That's a good question.
Yes,
Right. Okay.
fully full basement. Yes.
Right. Very nice. Yeah.
And not many homes have that anymore. All the new houses that have been built here in the last 10 years, they don't have a basement. And how valuable that basement space is, I realized when I was in Madrid with Jamie Opulence's. He bought an apartment in Madrid, and he doesn't have a basement. So basically, all the supplies and all the groceries you have to store in the kitchen cabinets, which limits then your place, for example,
Right.
for pottery and stuff like that.
Right. Right. Wow. Okay. So the Hong Kong trip. Yeah. So fill us in on that.
Well, I was in Dodger's work because I told them whenever you go to Hong Kong, let me know and I will take you around. So they planned that trip around Vietnam, and they had a stop in Hong Kong, and then I
So
told them,
that's indicating that you've been to Hong Kong before
yeah, many times.
many times.
Hong Kong is my second home.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
Do you have a Mrs. Lai girlfriend over there?
I wish. No, not really,
Right. Okay.
not really.
So
But Mrs. Lai is not in Hong Kong, as far as I know. She's over the border in
she's
Shenzhen.
Thailand or something. Yeah.
No. She's over the border in China, in Shenzhen.
Oh, in mainland China. That's right. Yeah.
Yes. So you just take a train to Shenzhen. Takes you 40 minutes or something from Central.
Got it.
So it's
Right.
not far
Okay.
away.
So you met up with Dodger in Hong Kong. Okay.
Yeah,
And
actually,
what kind of things did you do and see?
we plenty of stuff to eat. We had, and of course, I was showing them around the different nice places in Hong Kong where you can get all the watches, where you get the fresh markets, where you get the durian fruit. And I think the Dodgers highlight was the dinner on Lama Island. So you take a boat trip over half an hour, and you travel alongside of Hong Kong Island in the sunset, and that's just beautiful. And you have a beautiful dinner there on Lama Island, and then you're taking the boat back when
Yeah.
Hong Kong
Do
starts.
you sometimes eat shrimp?
Yeah.
Yeah. In Asian places, in Asian countries, they often or usually serve the shrimp with the head on it, the whole thing, and the legs and all the antennae
Yes.
and stuff. And it's really disgusting looking. Okay, the American restaurants don't do that. Okay,
Yeah.
and
I know.
when you eat shrimp in say Hong Kong, do you eat the whole thing, the head and the legs and the
No, I don't
antennae
like
and
the
eyeballs
that,
and
that
everything? Or
I don't like that gooey thing behind the head and before the muscles start from a shrimp. Not sure if it's the brain or if it's something else, but usually when you're correct. So first of all, the shrimps are mostly not peeled, and they have the head on. So the first thing that you do is you twist the head off, and
right.
and when you do that, there is some brownish, green,
Yes.
disgusting thing
Disgusting.
that the Chinese love to eat and suck out. But I'm trying to get rid of that as much as I can,
Right.
and then I peel the shrimp and just eat the white part. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But then one problem is that it always has that black stripe, which is basically the
Vein.
stomach and everything,
Right.
and you can't get rid of that. So here in Europe we have easy peel shrimps, where they have a cut in the back of the shrimp, and they remove that part, which basically contains the shit of the shrimp.
Shrimp shit. Right.
Do you know what I mean? The,
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. Yeah. Shrimp is really disgusting when you think about it, but it's so fucking tasty, you know?
well, at the end of the day, lobster has been a cockroach of the seas,
Correct. Lobsters as
and
well. Yeah.
we love it. So
All those sea shell, I mean, mollusks type, mussels and
yeah, isn't there a story where prisoners were revolting because they were fed with too much lobster and they didn't want to eat that anymore?
wow, amazing.
In very very early days, I think there was people were complaining that they should be fed with proper food and not that garbage out of the ocean.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's certainly possible,
Yeah.
and maybe they weren't getting enough butter to accompany the lobster, and that's what pissed them off.
Are you eating with it with butter?
Oh yeah, yeah, you have to dunk it in butter
Mm.
usually, but anyway. So you hook up with Dodger, and you took that ride to that island for the meal,
Yes, for the meal we had some dim sum as well,
right?
and I'm pretty sure it was not Dodger because Dodger really loves his Indian food. We went to a fabulous Indian restaurant as well in Hong Kong, and they had so spicy, and I was the one who chickened out and asked the waiter for something normal. So I know for a
Right.
fact that Dodger is eating pretty spicy stuff.
When Dodger eats that TNT dynamite spicy food, do you think he's blasting it out the next morning in the bathroom and like just vile blasting?
I mean, I've been close to Dodger, but
Or is
I
he
haven't
such a
been that
veteran?
close.
Or does he have so many decades of eating that stuff that he's immune
Yeah.
to the bad effects of it? Probably that.
I can't tell you that. I was sharing a bed with Jamie, but not with Dodger.
You shared a bed with Jamie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is there anything beyond that or anything to talk about with that? Or
Well, I told you I was sharing a bed with Jamie.
okay. And how was that? Was that satisfying?
Oh, I would say I had better.
When you were sharing a bed with Jamie, was it easy to fall asleep, or were you like worried?
I didn't say that I fell asleep.
Oh, okay, I got it. Right. So you were up all night, staring at the ceiling.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, what other places did you visit or activities did you do in Hong Kong?
Actually, we one of the highlights was also we traveled to Shenzhen to go to that place where Archie is usually eating his Beijing duck.
Oh, really?
So we went to Shenzhen over the border, and we went right to the Grand Hyatt, it's called in Shenzhen, and they have a super fancy, super nice restaurant where they have an oven where you can see the ducks being roasted. It's an amazing restaurant. If you want to look up, it's 1881 restaurant in the Grand Hyatt in Shenzhen.
Okay.
Probably you have nice pictures of that.
Right.
And yeah, and we went there and we had amazing Peking duck, I must say. Probably one of the best that I ever had.
Probably the best almost anywhere. That I certainly never had it like that. How much would a Peking duck dinner cost at that place?
It's that cheap actually. That was one of the main reasons why we went, because Hong Kong also has a Grand Hyatt hotel, and they're doing Beijing duck there. But the price in Hong Kong would be for one Peking duck would be 160 euros, and we in Shenzhen we paid 35.
Yeah, I see the picture of that place. It's very, very luxurious looking restaurant.
Yeah.
They have the fish tanks there with the live fish that you can.
No, you're looking
In
at
this
something
picture,
else.
they do.
1 second.
Grand Hyatt Shenzhen,
Do you have it up?
1881 restaurant.
Oh, 1 second.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not watching the screen at the moment. So.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So excellent. Yeah. I've had Peking duck here in the U.S. and it's tasty, but I don't know what it would be like in China. Yeah.
Yeah, I think even in Hong Kong or in Asia, there is a good reason why there are restaurants dedicated only on to Peking duck. So it's probably best to go to a restaurant that makes that for
Yeah, in
decades.
fact, now that I think about it, many Chinese restaurants here, they have it on the menu, but they want 24 hours advance notice for Peking
Yeah,
duck.
yeah, yeah.
Why would
I
that
made a.
be? Any idea why? Or?
I think they have to be in the oven for quite some time, so they need to do some planning how many ducks they will roast for that night,
Oh,
and
I see.
they simply can't start roasting them when you come and order. That has to be
Right.
prepared.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice. Is Dodger a noisy eater? Does he like
No,
make
no,
all kinds of noises and stuff?
no,
That's nice. Yeah.
no. Everybody
When
was
you're in
pretty
Hong
polite.
Kong at a restaurant, do you use chopsticks?
Yes.
And how about Dodger?
Um, I think I'm pretty sure he knows how to handle the chopstick because in his professional life he was very often to China. But as far as I remember, when it was possible, he used the fork and the knife.
Right. Are you an expert level with chopsticks? I certainly am.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Right.
am
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, but my personal highlight of that Hong Kong trip was when we four were sitting together at Dodger's hotel, and we ordered beer. They had happy hour, so you buy one get one free, and we ordered a Stella, and we toasted to our common friend Sirocco because he was the big Stella guy, and that was for me the most moving moment of that trip. Remembering Sirocco among his friends, yes.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. And so you went to the island. You went to the Grand Hyatt Chinese restaurant.
Well,
Any
we
other
went to
activities besides dining? Anything else that you were doing?
well, we did sightseeing a lot. I showed them around where all the fancy watch shops are.
Right. Right.
We visited some markets. We took that tram at on Hong Kong Island, the double level little trams. We took the bus plenty of times there to travel. So it was 5 days where we were together, and yeah, that was the main thing.
Was Mrs. Dodger there?
Yes,
Right. Okay. And
yes.
Mrs.
And
Higgins
no, Mrs.
and
Higgins
Jamie
was not there,
and Jamie.
and
Right.
and Mrs. Jamie, yeah, no,
And
no,
Mrs.
only
Jamie.
Jamie.
Wow.
No,
What a
only
group.
Jamie.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Jamie and I, we discovered our love for massaging chairs. They have amazing massage chairs in Hong Kong, and we test drove the top of the line product twice, and we convinced also Mrs. Dodger to join us. So that was quite some experience as well. Yeah.
Right. What about other kinds of Hong Kong massage?
I I think I'm not sure about that. I think Dodger had a massage because he had problems with his legs. So I think he took a massage there, but I was not part of that. I think I was together with Mrs. Dodger at a different part of the town.
Well, that's
at
a
that
story
moment.
we'll have to ask Dodger about to get
Yeah,
the dirty
yeah,
details on that. Right.
absolutely.
Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Have you found when you're in Hong Kong that there are dangerous areas for tourists?
Not that I'm aware of. There are some dirty places. Also, so there is one mansion, Wing Chun Mansion, which is right in the heart of Kowloon Street. But it's a building where you find plenty of cheap hotels and some dirty restaurants as well, and you shouldn't go away from the normal paths. I showed
Right.
that to the Dodgers and to Jamie.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
in general, Hong Kong is pretty safe, so it's no
Right.
problem.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Macau?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen on YouTube some videos about prostitutes in Macau. Unbelievable. I mean, like, holy cow, unbelievable. But yeah, like supermodels, just incredible. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
I've got Chinese food. Yeah,
we didn't explore this part
I
of
understand.
the
Right,
Asian
right, right.
culture.
Yeah.
If that makes
What
sense.
airline did they fly from Vietnam to China? Any idea?
Vietnam to China? No, no, no. They arrived from Switzerland, so they took
Ah,
Swiss
right.
Air, and
Swiss
they
Air.
arrived in Hong Kong. And then after those 5 days, they traveled further to Vietnam, and then
Right, right.
Singapore, and then back home.
Wow, what a trip. Jamie does an incredible amount of world travel. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He loves traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Based upon having had such a miserable experience with your $5,000 Yura coffee machine, would you ever fly Swiss Air based on that?
Um, yes and
I
no.
mean,
I had
are you
some.
anti-Swiss now completely?
No, no, not at all. But I don't have the best memories of Swiss Air. Must have been 10 years ago or something like that. And we were about to travel to the US, and for some reason they wouldn't put us together. So Mrs. Higgins was located in a different region of the airplane, and they simply they refused to change the booking, and I was so upset that I asked for the station manager, and he didn't help me. So that really pissed me off. And
Right.
from that experience, I try to avoid Swiss Air whenever I can.
They
But
separated a married couple?
yes,
Unbelievable. Yeah.
and we were on the same booking, so that was really upsetting me. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were
And
both
nobody really
if
cared.
you
No,
were
no,
a
yeah,
LGBTQ plus couple, they would never have separated you.
probably. Yeah. No, but we had some. I had some problem with air travel because I was booking on Qatar Airways from Hamburg to Hong Kong,
Hmm.
and keep in mind that was in April. So the war there was going, and the Qatar airspace was closed.
Hmm.
Emirates and all the other airlines didn't fly, and Qatar Airlines didn't fly, and so they canceled my flight, which didn't help because all the other flights would have been crazy expensive because of that. So all flights to Hong Kong were suddenly 3 or 4 times the normal price.
Hmm.
And I was fighting hard with Qatar Airways to find an alternative solution. And the alternative solution at the end of the day was to take Turkish Airlines. So I flew from Hamburg to Istanbul and then to Hong Kong. But I couldn't fly at the dates that I booked, so I had to fly 2 days earlier than I was scheduled, and my return flight was cancelled then as well. And at the end of the day, I flew back then 2 days after the book.
Have you spent time in
Okay.
Turkey?
No, no, it was
Just
only
changing planes, yeah.
2 hours layover and then go on. So I only saw I tried. Thomas Burnett actually contacted me and told me you should stay in Istanbul for 1 or 2 nights.
Hmm.
And I tried to do that, but it was tough enough to get an alternative flight. But it was impossible to have a stop.
Right, right. Apparently, everybody I've ever met or heard talk about Istanbul, they say it's absolutely beautiful,
Mm.
you know, and fantastic. But yeah,
What's going
so
on with your chat? Is it only me or is the chat dead?
no, it hasn't moved in
So
15
probably
minutes.
probably everybody's asleep.
Well, it's 2:20 in the morning here, but
Mm,
there's people in England in the chat where it's morning, you know.
mm.
So who knows? Yeah, who knows? Yeah, yeah. So you say it's your second home, Hong Kong.
Yep. Well, I've
Could
been
you
there
could
so
you could
often.
you live there permanently if that was the way things turned out?
Uh,
Would you be happy
I-
living in Hong Kong if
20 years ago, that was a possibility. As things are, as at the moment, I wouldn't,
right, right. Do you find
and
the
I'll leave
people
it
in
at that.
yeah. Have you found that the Hong Kong people really are friendly towards Westerners, tourists?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Germans, Spanish, French, everybody.
Super, super kind, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the amount of people who are speaking English is just amazing. I mean, contrary to Japan, where everybody's too shy and afraid of making mistakes,
Hmm.
it's no problem talking with people in Hong Kong in English, and you very often get a reply, or most of the time.
Hmm. Did you ever spot any extraordinary watches in your Hong Kong travels? And
Um,
that people might have been wearing that stopped you in your tracks? Like, wow, look at that.
um,
Yeah.
not really on wrists, but in shops. I mean, it is watch heaven, and you see all the crazy brands.
Right.
One of my pleasures is to watch jewelry auctions from Sotheby's
Hmm.
that they hold in their Hong Kong shop, because the taste in high-end jewelry is different. You can see that this was made for an Asian lady, and I like the idea that those crazy jewelry has been on the neck or on the ears or on the finger
Hmm.
of some rich Hong Kong
Or some
lady.
body part, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So diamonds are diamonds, but it's very often you can see that um, those jewelry items have been focused for Hong Kong or for the Asian market.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you ever met or seen anybody in person as, you know, wandering around anywhere who was wearing a Laco watch?
Oh,
I mean, just going
it,
to
it
the gas
wouldn't
station or the supermarket or anywhere. You
it
ever see
wouldn't
anybody? Oh,
stand
that guy's wearing a Laco.
it wouldn't stand out to me to a degree where I would notice, because
Right,
those are not really high profile watches, I would say.
right, right. That's right. Yeah.
So they most of the time go under the radar, and this kind of Flieger watch you can find from many different
Many
brands.
brands. Yeah. Very common. Yeah.
And from experience, if you try to stare down on the watch to identify the maker by the logo, it gets embarrassing,
Right.
and you usually don't do
They
that.
might think you're
So
some kind of pervert or something.
yeah,
Right.
that's also one of the things when people say, "Oh, I can spot a fake Rolex." Well, often you can, but sometimes you can't unless you look really close, and that's most of the time not possible when you're having a stranger somewhere walking
Right.
around and you're
Right.
asking yourself, "Is that a fake watch or not?"
Right. Have you ever walked up to an absolutely stunning, beautiful woman and said, "What kind of watch is that?"
No.
Right.
No,
Okay.
I used to. I had one experience, and I think I told you that I was in the supermarket, and there was an older guy wearing a Rolex Explorer, the first Explorer 2, but the old model with the orange hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just commenting on the watch because I really liked this particular watch, and he looked at me with an expression of disgust, and I yeah, I felt that he was afraid or that I will rob him, or his facial expression was, "Why are you talking to me?"
Well, clearly he
And
didn't
from
know who you were. So yeah,
yeah, probably yes, yeah. So yeah, so
if he knew
from
who
that
he
point
was
of time,
talking to, he would have had a different attitude.
yeah,
He would have
you
been
never
quite
know.
flattered that you mentioned it to him.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Well, on that same point, those Laco basic Flieger style watches. Do you see many of those? Just people wearing those in Germany or in Europe? Just your basic $1,000 or less Flieger style.
You can see some Flieger watches here, yes, but the peak is over. The peak with Flieger watches was 15, 20 years ago.
I forgot what they call them.
Um,
The Beobachter style.
well, we call it Fliegeruhr. Beobachtungsuhr would be a bigger one. So Flieger watches are usually the smaller ones.
Right.
But the time is a little bit over. The military style is a thing of the past. Now everybody tries to get an integrated bracelet in a sports watch.
I see. Right. Well, that's curious because I like things that are old from decades back. So that wouldn't prevent me from buying
Oh,
a product like that.
I mean, I'm hearing you. I mean, I started selling watches in 1985. Back then, nobody produced a Fliegeruhr. I only knew that IWC used to make one, the Mark 11.
Right.
Yeah, Mark 11, yes. And I remember they made one of their engineer watches with a quartz movement, then with a Flieger dial, and I was so happy, and I wanted to buy that watch, but it was just too small for me. And it took them ages to discover that heritage and build the first Fliegeruhr, which was then the Mark 12 with the JLC movement.
Yeah, that's one of the very few watches in this luxury watch thing that I really like. Is like currently it's the Mark 20 IWC.
Yeah.
And I, if I was a watch guy with with a big bankroll, I would definitely buy that watch. Yeah.
It's a little bit too big, actually. It is now 40 millimeters, and
I think it's 40. Yeah.
yeah, and I think we talked about it before. In my opinion, the proportions are not correct. The problem is the bezel is too slim, too thin compared to the rest of the case, and also the date is then sticking out towards the center too much. So, in my opinion, the best Fliegeruhr that IWC made was the 16, the Mark 16.
16.
That was
Well, that's
perfect.
interesting. Now, a guy like you would certainly look at the watch differently than a loser like me who would just like it from looking at it. I would not notice the details that you're describing. Hurritan, good morning. He says, Higgy, Flieger off with this watch talk. What people really want to know is when you went to get it, did you actually regret it at Tip Top Snack Bar?
You know what he means?
Yeah, you visited Mr. GMT at the Tip Top
That is
Snack.
true, yeah. Yeah, that's now over a year ago.
Yeah, how was the food there, by the way?
Oh, the food is amazing,
Amazing.
that he has in the shop. I didn't have a bad meal at all. But my highlight was a chicken roll. I had a chicken roll, and I found out that he had that especially for me. So he usually doesn't sell chicken rolls, but he had one for me, and it was pretty awful, I must say. But I appreciate that he gave
Yeah,
me the
years ago I
opportunity.
talked to him about stuffed cabbage, which he features at his restaurant sometimes. And I would definitely order that if I were there.
Yeah, I remember I had a beautiful spinach roll that was made by his mother, and that was amazing.
Amazing.
His lamb was amazing, lamb
Wow.
skewers, and yeah. So I had, Plenty of stuff. Yeah, much more than I
How
think.
did he end up? Unless he's from there, how did he wind up? Unless he's from there, how did he get to live in Darwin? Do you know? Is he from there, or did he move there from another city? Or no? Well,
I
obviously he
think
moved from another country, but
I think his father ended there, but
I see.
I don't. You have to ask him. I
Yeah,
can't tell
yeah,
you.
yeah.
What I know is he's living in Darwin forever, and
I see.
and his father started with that snack bar.
So
So
his
yeah,
parents moved there from
hmm
uh,
I think he's from Cyprus. Yeah.
Cyprus. That's it. Yeah.
hmm
Wow. Amazing.
As far as I know, many of them came as refugees
Mm-hmm.
when the war was happening in Cyprus.
Right. Right. I wonder if people who moved there from Cyprus at that time, when they went to Darwin, they sat and looked at each other and said, "I think we fucked up coming to Darwin. We should have gone to another city instead,
To
like
be honest,
Adelaide or Sydney or something." Yeah.
yeah, but Darwin is not really a bad place. At least when I was there, it's very humid, yes, but when I was there, the temperatures were still acceptable
Mm-hmm.
and bearable. And it's beautiful in the evening when you're walking around town and you're only wearing a polo shirt
Really?
and a
Okay.
pair of
Yeah.
short pants
Mm-hmm.
and just enjoy the beautiful weather.
Right. Wow.
My main concern was that I would face a crocodile on the street, and yeah, I saw some weird stuff on the golf course. They have a golf course right at the beach,
Mm-hmm.
and when you see all those drainage pipes and stuff like that they have on that golf course, everything is fenced off by fences because they don't want the crocodiles to sit in those.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, so they are fencing everything off. And well, when you look at it, you know exactly the reason why.
Right. 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 Wow. How long did you stay in Darwin when you went there?
Um, so from the point of time when I left here, the house, until I returned, it was precisely 5 days.
Right. Right.
So I spent 2.5 hours in planes and 2.5 days in planes and 2.5 days in Darwin. That was it.
Do you think you might be the only person on the entire planet who has Darwin on their world time watch?
Very well. I don't have.
You don't?
That,
I
that
thought you
was
did.
that was yeah, that was one of the plans. But then Mr. GMT pissed me off, and I removed
Ah,
Darwin,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
and we
remember
have
something
Tokyo
like
on it.
I
Yeah.
remember something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That was way back. Yeah.
That was brutal revenge. Yes.
Right. Wow.
And
So,
I know that Tanzil, when he was in Geneva, he approached the owner of Anders and Genève, and he tried to buy that city ring with Darwin on.
mhm.
And well, he failed miserably
Right. Right.
because there was a city ring made with Darwin, but the printing in New York was not correct. I think the N of New York was not there on the city ring, so they had to do it again, and so it existed already.
Right. Right. Yeah. What other city could be on in the same time zone as Darwin that you could choose from instead of
The
Darwin?
problem is Darwin is not really on a proper time zone, so it's a half time zone.
Yeah. Right.
And so there are not many. I don't think that there are many important cities on that
Yeah. Right. Right.
particular time zone. So what I did is there are dots that are connected to the cities, and Darwin had an off-center dot just to mark that
Right.
occasion or the fact that it's half of a time zone, and then we changed it to Tokyo, which is on a full time zone.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
But it was quite some experience to go to Darwin, and to be honest, it was not as horrible as I thought. Because when you travel to Singapore, when you have a good connection to Singapore, Singapore Darwin is only 4 to 5 hours by plane,
Hmm.
so that's pretty acceptable.
Hmm. You ever
So I
been to
stopped.
Yeah. You ever been to Monaco or Monte Carlo?
Yes, all my
What are
Goya stuff is bought at the Goya boutique in Monaco.
really? What are your impressions of the people who live in Monaco?
Well, very rich people
Right.
who can afford a very good lifestyle. The French Mediterranean is just amazing. I wouldn't want to live in Monaco, but you can travel everywhere. So Monaco is just crowded, nightmare to park your car and stuff like that.
There are a lot
Um,
of videos on YouTube
mm,
of Monte Carlo, and all the videos are people lined up with cameras outside of really fancy hotels or restaurants, and
mm,
they video the exotic cars approach, coming into the valet parking guy, and the people who get out of the car, especially the women who are all dressed in sexy type looking stuff, and the guys were all
mm.
billionaire type looking, and they have all these exotic cars, and they just film the cars arriving, the people getting out, and then the people going back in their car and departing. And
Mm.
there's like hundreds and hundreds of people lined up just videoing these people coming in and going. It's very
Yeah,
peculiar. Yeah.
that's in front of the casino in Monte
Yeah, yeah,
Carlo.
yeah, yeah.
And probably they have those charity events or stuff like that, where then everybody's gathering around.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand those people because every time that I'm there, of course I'm looking at the cars the cars that are parked outside of the casino.
Mm-hmm.
They're only allowing a certain quality of car being parked there outside. Everything else goes to the garage.
Have you
So it's
played at the casinos there?
no, I don't gamble.
So you don't bring in your James Bond briefcase and play chemin de
No,
fer?
no, no, never had.
Too bad. Yeah, yeah, I see.
No, that is something that is deep inside of me. My mother always taught me you're not playing for money,
Right.
and yeah, it makes me uncomfortable when other people do that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Right. Have you ever been to Canada?
only briefly, only briefly. I think I've been to the Niagara Falls a couple of
Right.
times,
Right.
and I drove to Montreal
Right.
at some point. Yeah.
Right. Well, there's nothing really to see in Canada, just mountains and moose,
Well, I think
beavers.
there are great things to see, particularly in the Rocky Mountains. It's,
Yeah,
must be
mountains,
spectacular
lakes,
there.
beavers, moose, foxes,
Yeah, and fake Lambos.
and fake Lambos. That's about
Yeah,
it.
when you're
Yeah.
meeting Tanzania.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you go to the?
Tanzil.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Tanzil came down to Boston to meet me from Canada.
Boston.
So yeah,
Really?
yeah, we met in Boston and went to have some lobster in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did he have his fake Lambo with him, or?
No, no, no. He was coming by plane,
Right.
and
Right.
we were sharing a hotel room, and I found out that he's snoring terribly. So
Now,
yeah,
why would you have been sharing a hotel room since you're both, well-to-do type of people?
because it was cheaper, and I hate wasting
Well,
money. He hates wasting money, and we slept maybe six or
the
seven
thing
hours.
about that I just find so peculiar is when you say, for
Mm,
example, well, we don't want to waste money. Okay. But guys in your kind of Tanzil wealth category, so say you spend an extra 150 to 200 to get a private your own room, it's not noticeable to anything in the person's monetary worth. So when they say, well, I don't want to waste money, it's like meaningless amount of money. but
Well, it's still a general thing, I would say. So I paid for the hotel room, and I told Tan that he's free to stay in my room because I had two big twin beds
right.
in the room, and he took me up on that offer. He also stole a cheeseburger on my dime.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
And so
he.
you were sleeping in the same room as him, and what did you say? He was farting and snoring all night or
No,
something?
I didn't talk about the farting, only about the snoring.
He's a big snorer, right?
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Wow. Was he talking in his sleep?
No, not
Like,
not
was he
as
talking?
far as
Like,
I
was he
remember.
talking about YouTube people and stuff?
No, not really.
I see.
Actually,
Okay.
well, yeah, when we met, I think we made a live stream on Archie, but then we talked about watches, about life in general,
Right.
about food and stuff like that. So YouTubers were not a big topic as far as I remember.
Right. Well, that's good. Right. Do you find Tanzil when you're one on one with him off of a show? He's quite an interesting guy to talk to, or do you find him just like kind of like a brainless Canadian type guy?
I could I could poke now fun of him and repeat the brainless Canadian thing, but Tan and I've been talking for years in
Right.
private and also on streams,
Hmm.
and I think he's pretty interesting to talk with, and I
Yeah.
think one of the most important thing is that we don't always share one opinion, and I think that that progresses your personal development.
Hmm.
Not be surrounded only by yes men, but
Hmm.
by people who have different opinions, different takes in life, and you're processing then those thoughts. Sometimes you totally disagree with them. Sometimes you think, oh, maybe maybe an interesting way of thinking about it, and maybe I keep that in mind next time I'm
Yeah.
being
You both
confronted
of
with
you
that
guys
situation.
have very interesting hobbies. You, of course, we all know your hobbies, etc. Tanzil, he's into comic books, collectible comic books, luxury Lamborghini cars and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
helmets, motorcycle helmets, and
Yeah.
who knows, maybe radar detectors. I don't know.
Well, that passion for comic books, I really can't understand, and that's just above my comprehension.
Yeah, yeah,
Because most of those vintage comic books are sealed to keep a certain
yeah.
condition,
Right,
collector's condition,
right,
and they're
right.
also certified that way. So I don't see the point. You can't even read it
That's true.
or
That's true.
touch it.
Once you open it up, you've ruined the value.
Yeah, and I had that discussion also among James Bond collectors because Tan also drives me nuts by asking, wouldn't you buy a valuable poster? And I keep on saying I'm not collecting paper crap. It's all paper crap
Hmm.
that you're just stacking up somewhere, and you basically have no use for it. So books and posters and stuff like that
Well, now,
is not really what I
if
collect.
you had an original poster autographed by Sean Connery, you would certainly have that on your wall. But
No, no,
no.
I have some beautiful Japanese posters on the wall. The problem is UV lights, UV rays kill those posters. So in theory, you have to have them in a dark room. My Japanese
Hmm.
James Bond posters are ruined because the blue and the red is totally faded, and they
Hmm.
don't look anything like they used to look in the cinema.
Well, could you say that quote patina adds value, like with a piece of shit luxury watch with patina?
There is patina and there is patina.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
So this kind of patina is not regarded being
It's
valuable.
just faded colors. That's all it is. Yeah.
So when we're talking about James Bond colors, the best condition is mint, and
Right.
that is out of a question. Now,
Right.
when we are coming to patina, a certain change of color is accepted. among many collectors. But then there are people who are trying to sell you garbage, damaged dials as
Right.
patina, which in my opinion is totally ridiculous.
Right.
And I never understood that. And probably only people who never really looked into vintage watches are crazy for damaged dials, which
Damaged.
are
Right.
then
Damaged. Right.
yeah, it's just crap. Yeah.
Crap. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that discussion. Not sure if no, you've seen that show about that 5513, where we were trying to explain a little bit what is patina, which is acceptable and which is desirable, and when it's just a watch which is totally ruined
Right.
and then misrepresented.
Yeah. 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 Well,
I think you were in the comments.
maybe I don't recall at this moment, but yeah. Yeah. Well,
How
did
long
you
are
ever
you
meet?
running that show?
You ever meet
That's good.
Nelson
No,
from Canada?
no. Nelson Oliveira, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, never met him.
He
I
seems like
haven't
he would
met.
be quite a normal guy to talk to. You know,
Yeah,
compare.
probably yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't met too many people. I didn't participate in all those big gatherings in New York or
Yeah.
in
Right.
Las Vegas, and where everybody was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The Cabana meetups.
yeah,
Right.
my biggest meetup was in the Bro House in London.
The Bro House. Right.
Yeah.
So you met original OC.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. That was quite interesting, and yeah, it's what I'm still having that in mind. Everybody thinks, oh, see, he's a very distant guy and uh, has his nose very high. But I felt that he was genuinely happy and pleased to meet me in London.
Hmm.
I didn't get that feeling from basically everybody else that I met on that meeting. And OC was genuinely pleased and happy to meet me, and we have some very cool pictures together.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just
Don't
nice
you?
to.
Didn't you do a channel with him?
Yes,
Is that still going on,
we
or
started Elite Horology together. Yes.
Elite Horology? Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my channel officially because you have to register under a certain name,
Hmm.
and I was doing most of the shows. Sometimes with him, sometimes with Tan, sometimes with other people. But OC and I, we are the founding members of that channel. And yeah, I know OC for quite some time, particularly after I left Tim Wright. I've been always in touch with OC, and we've been always on good terms with each other.
Yeah. In your home area there, or around Germany, in people's backyards, do a lot of people have above ground pools in their backyards? Is that popular in Germany?
No, no, actually pools are not super popular. Yes, there are some places that have private pools, but most of the people don't use it enough. So I know many people that covered their pools just to get an extra space.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But as far as I know, OC's pool is in ground and not over the ground.
Oh, really? Everyone has always said he has an above
Yeah,
ground pool. In fact,
that is.
he did some shows years ago where he was in his backyard flaunting his lifestyle, and he had an above ground pool, if I remember correctly. But perhaps I'm mistaken.
I'm not watching those details, but I think at a certain point of time he was in an in-ground pool. But yeah,
Funny.
it's not really to me. It's not really important.
Right.
I'm not rich enough to have a pool at all, so it doesn't matter if above ground or in ground.
Exactly.
It's
You're
pretty
happy
cool
with your
to own a
bathtub.
pool.
So,
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
right.
Actually, I haven't used a bathtub for maybe 20 years. So we
As
have a
long as no
bathtub.
one's complaining, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, very nice. So,
Well, I shower.
right, right. Well, okay. Well,
Yeah, just to be complete, I'm having a show on meteorology on Sunday.
okay.
People will
Wow.
say now that I'm doing advertisement, I'm just being complete. And the co-host of that show will be Keslowitz.
Keslowitz. Yeah, right.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to do a show with
And do you
Keslowitz
find
together.
him valuably knowledgeable? Does he have legitimate watch knowledge, in your
No,
opinion?
not at all. But
No. Okay.
that is part of his charm, and he's a quick learner actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's still at the beginning of the journey, but he's very excitable and enthusiastic. And I really enjoy the discussions with him.
Mm-hmm.
We had a bad start, but yeah, all is well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that show. And
That's great. So
yeah,
that's this Sunday on
this
Elite
Sunday, yes,
Horology. Yeah.
exactly, yes.
All right. I bet your Hurritan is watching that. We'll be watching.
Well, probably he's hopping on the shows, but he told me he's not supporting that show, so
Oh,
I'm not
really?
sure. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. At the moment, he's more busy supporting Eddie and other.
Eddie. Yeah,
So,
what is the appeal of Eddie to the viewers?
well,
Chicago Eddie. Yeah.
I think Tan should explain
I see.
that.
Okay.
I can't.
Right. Right.
But then it's the same with Puck Elf. So
Well, Puck is
it's
different than Eddie, but I find Puck
certainly
way
yes.
more interesting than Eddie.
To me, both are equally uninteresting, if I'm honest.
Well,
So
uninteresting.
that
Well,
I don't want to.
I find Puck more amusing with his storytelling than Eddie. That's for certain.
No, I don't want to shit on Puck Elf. I'm just
Yeah.
telling about my personal
No, I see
taste.
what you mean. Yeah.
Mhm. I don't want to put him down or anything. For me, they're equally not interesting.
Yeah, I understand
But
what you're
then
saying. Yeah.
but then people are saying the same about me, so that's all okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
good.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anything you'd like to say to the lurkers and haters behind the scenes watching tonight? I'm sure they've been watching the whole 3 hours.
Not really.
Good, good. Yeah.
Not really. Did you watch the Gonzo stream that Jamie and I did in Madrid?
No, I didn't
Where
even
we've been
know
all
about that.
both
No.
drunk?
Which channel was that on?
That was on my channel, Jonathan Quayle Higgins III.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
So Jamie bought that apartment, and I was in Madrid with him for 1 week, and we put up all the furnishings and stuff like that. So we were working on that apartment for a week.
So you stayed in his apartment,
Yes.
and is that in the same bed?
No, we had separate beds.
Whew, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
yeah, and
wow,
Jamie,
and that's on the JQH channel.
yeah, that was, but it was immediately deleted
Oh, I
because
see.
at some point my face was visible
Oh, I see.
half at least. So
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
we
No, I
deleted
never saw
that.
that show. No.
It was funny because I've never been drunk in my life, and yeah, I kind of was. I remember I was slurring my words,
Hmm.
but when I left that bar, I was relatively sober, so
Right.
I didn't go over the edge. Oh no, Jamie is sending me messages. 1 second. Oh, Jamie is sending me a message and just brags with his Breguet in his car.
Reggae. Right. Right.
Yeah, he still has a Breguet. He sold everything else.
Right. Does that mean he's watching the show?
I think he's driving at the moment. I
Oh,
don't
I
know
see.
where he is.
So he's
I
just
don't
sending
know.
you he's just sending you a watch update.
Yeah.
I
He
see.
sent me an update on his apartment earlier because they're still furnishing stuff. Now the decoration guys are taking over and
Hmm.
put up curtains and stuff like that, little
Right.
pillows and artwork on the wall and everything. So yeah.
Do you have good pillows? Would you ever spend $2,500 on a pillow?
No,
like that guy. What's his name?
yeah, I think we know that guy.
Tommy. Yeah.
No, for me it's wasted because I'm a sweaty sleeper,
Oh, really?
and dawns and feather don't go well when you're really sweating at night.
Hmm.
So for me, it must be washable and
Yeah.
stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm having tempura cooling pillows
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah, and I just put them in the washing machine every 2 weeks or something.
Right. Hmm. Well, that's good to know.
So so I'm not into dawn and feather, particularly on pillows. I'm
Right.
not using.
Right.
How about
Well,
you?
oh, I've always enjoyed quality, fake down pillows, imitation down
Mhm.
pillows, whatever the polyester or whatever
Mm.
they're made of. But a year ago, the pillows were really causing neck pain, so I bought a couple down pillows,
Mhm.
and they're okay. They're not the best. I mean, I bought them at Macy's. They were on a special like Christmas sale or something like that. So I bought them. Yeah, they're pretty good, but I've had better down pillows at good hotels.
Mm. Are you sleeping on your back or on the side or?
Well, usually I start on my back,
Mhm.
and then after probably about a half hour in, then I'll switch over to my left side.
Mhm.
I don't know if I stay there all night or I roll around. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, I'm sleeping on my face, so on my
Oh, really?
belly, and that is where the sweat is then happening. So
Wow.
I always needed flat pillows because they are too high, then you're having neck problems.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you always a stomach side sleeper,
Yes,
even as a kid?
always. And I remember the people in the hospital told my mom not to accept that because I may, how do you say, I may die. What is the term? When you're,
Well, have breathing problem,
yeah, yeah, exactly. When, what is it? What is the name when you're running out of air and die?
asphyxiation.
There's a different. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean. So
Yeah, right,
people were
right,
worried that
right.
I would die sleeping that way.
Wow, amazing. But that's never happened so far, right?
No, never happened so far.
Right,
Fingers crossed
right,
that this won't
right,
happen. And now I have my Apple Watch, so it probably alerts
right,
me.
right. Now, when your parents told you this when you were a little kid that you shouldn't be
Mm.
sleeping on your stomach side, you said, "I don't care," and you just kept doing it.
Actually, my mother told me that when I was like 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
And well, I made it so far, so I didn't care. And
Well, yeah. I mean, when you buy pillows here, they
mm,
say best. This one's good for side sleeping. This one's good
mm,
for a
yeah.
back or a stomach side sleeper. So a lot of people sleep on their stomach side. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I think that the key when you're really sleeping on your stomach is that is not too high. Otherwise,
yeah,
you're
right,
having the breathing issues. And now the older I get, of course, I'm not sleeping with my face flat in the pillow. I'm turning it to one side,
right,
and
right.
with age, you're not getting flexible enough. So now I put my nose at the corner of the pillow
Hmm.
in order to be able to breathe normally.
This is very interesting. Very good to find out. Right.
Well, if you find that interesting, probably you're the only one.
Well, I mean, we've gotten the first comment in a half hour from Pasta. He finds this very interesting, about your sleeping. So,
Yeah, Pasta is a very interesting character. He once told me that we shouldn't talk bad about other people to be civil, and
hmm.
his civility has gone a long time ago.
Well, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well. So did you already go to the vet?
No, actually, I called the vet, and they told me today is surgery time or surgery day.
Mm-hmm.
So she will call me tomorrow morning as soon as they have time.
Right. Got it.
Yeah. So fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not really an emergency when I'm using ChatGPT. It makes it pretty urgent. But he's having that issue now for quite some weeks. So
In
yeah.
Germany, when you're talking about the dog, the German Shepherd, in Germany, do people call it a German Shepherd or Schutzhund?
They call it Schäferhund. So
Say it
shepherd's
again?
dog. They call it Schäferhund, shepherd's
Schäferhund.
dog.
Uh-huh.
They're not saying German Schäferhund. That is a Schäferhund, and everybody knows that is a German
Mm-hmm.
shepherd.
So people in Germany don't call it a German Shepherd.
No.
Right. You see, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Belgian
I thought it was also called a Schutzhund.
Schutzhund is usually a term which
Like
is
a
used
police
by the
dog, German
police.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The police are calling them Schutzhund as far as I know.
I see. Right. Very good. All right. I think I want to thank you for helping out on tonight's show. We got 3.5 hours of.
I thought it's probably better than listening to whale music.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and we had the Imitation Dodger on before. That was nice. And yeah, well, we got lots of good stuff. Lots of good background stories on Jamie and Dodger and Hurricane and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And Darwin and Mr. GMT and yeah. Yeah. Well.
Okay, so I think
it's time.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You it's up to you to keep that stream alive or not.
Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's very late here. So
Yeah, just crash.
yeah.
And burn.
Well, yeah. Thanks again, Higgins, for stopping by. By the way,
You're welcome.
Do you
Yeah.
still watch Magnum reruns?
Oh yeah. You mean the old series or
Yeah, the old
or
the old Tom Selleck series.
Yeah.
Really?
When I'm trying to sleep, I very often have an episode of Magnum PI.
Really, that's amazing.
That
Yeah.
that soothes me and calms me down.
Wow, amazing. Okay, well, that's more valuable information, I guess.
No, once a Magnum PI fan, always a Magnum PI fan.
That's amazing. Yeah. All right. Can you compare briefly the quality of dramatic content between overall Magnum PI with Miami Vice?
That's a long stretch. So
Yeah. I mean, because they're so different in terms of dramatic quality, you know?
I mean they're not very far away from timeline. But in my opinion, Magnum PI was following a traditional formula for a private investigator show, just like Rockford and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was, the key, and I think, okay, so let's go back. When we're talking about my favorite James Bond movies, I realized that I'm a locations guy. So what I really appreciate is looking at locations, and so some of my favorite Bond movies have been shot mainly on fancy locations, and I always appreciate that. Reason is my family didn't travel a lot when I grew up. We always went to Bavaria, 2 hours away in the mountains, and we had those awful hikes, which we all hated, all my brothers and I. And I've never been to the sea, and never been to a beach, and never been to an exotic place. The only thing outside of Germany that I visited was Austria, and that was an exotic location. So when I was then on my own, I discovered the world, and I always appreciated that. But when I grew up, I saw all those exotic locations, probably thought that I would never be able to visit them, and was dreaming about visiting them. Now, when Magnum was starting, I think that was 1980 or something.
1980, yeah.
Yeah, so I was 16. So I was right at that moment, still no money to travel, still with a family, and then you're watching Hawaii in the 1980s. For a European, Hawaii was super
Right.
exotic and
Right.
so far away, unimaginable. So I think that the locations mostly were the attraction which attracted me to Magnum PI.
Really? Now,
It's-
Hawaii Five-0 was on from 1968 to 1980.
They were not playing Hawaii 5-0 in German TV.
Oh, really? It didn't show there.
No.
That's amazing. Because that was a worldwide
Yeah.
phenomenon, that show.
Yeah, but not in Germany.
Really?
Not in Germany, no.
Okay. Yeah.
So for me, the hook was Hawaii, and the hook for Miami Vice is also the locations in Florida, but also the colors and everything, the interiors, on the fashion and everything.
Right.
So it's not really the storyline that really attracts me. It is things in the periphery.
It's the scenery.
be it-
So
yeah.
Magnum really is the scenery stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Well, the Ferrari is the main thing. I mean, I was 16, and this guy is driving around in a red Ferrari Targa. I mean, how can you not love this?
Sure, right.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Starsky and Hutch just to see to have a look at the striped tomato at that red car.
The what? The striped tomato?
Yeah, they called it the striped tomato in German.
Oh, I remember the show, but I only watched a few episodes.
They had that red car with that swoosh, like
I
a
don't remember
Nike
that. I
swoosh
don't
on the
remember
side.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So for me, my favorites are very much connected to locations. What I see on TV and in the cinema. Miami Vice was equally attractive from that point of view, and probably even more attractive because the women were hotter, the fashion was outrageous, the watches were outrageous, the cars were incredible back then. So Miami Vice was quite spectacular
Right.
in that regard. The storylines, I really don't care a lot about the storyline, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, okay.
You may call me shallow for that, but that's the main reason why I love those.
No, that's probably pretty common about the success of Magnum. Yeah. So
Just for the record, I was never really interested in those short shorts that he was wearing.
I always found that extremely gay looking. And
Even back then,
yeah, I mean, I just couldn't understand why would anybody be wearing
I was
extremely
wearing
short-
those kind of.
I thought it
I
was
was-
really gay kind of thing. And he's got the Village People mustache.
Yeah.
That was very gay kind of
But
thing.
that was very popular. I mean, they considered having Burt Reynolds as the main guy, but he was too expensive.
Oh, really? Wow.
So those mustaches were the thing back then.
Well, it's good he didn't get hired for that because he would have ruined the show and you would never have gotten into it. So
I mean, I couldn't imagine Burt Reynolds playing Magnum. Tom Selleck is so much connected to that role. I really
Right.
can't imagine Burt Reynolds doing
right,
that.
right.
And
Wow.
just like I say, one of the things that I really like, particularly on Magnum PI, is the chemistry between Magnum and Higgins.
Right,
And,
right.
I said it before. In my opinion, Higgins is the main star of the show because basically he's running it, or he's cleaning up the mess that Magnum leaves.
Yeah,
And
I've probably watched maybe 4 full episodes ever of Magnum PI. I just never got into it. Yeah. So, yeah, all right, very good. Well, that's it. Time to wrap it up.
that's it. Okay. Morty,
Thank you
you have a
very
good
much.
night. Nice talking
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you
Thanks
again,
for
Higgins.
talking.
Thank you. All
Yeah.
right, good night.
Bye bye. Bye.
All right, thanks everybody for watching, all 2 of you, or whoever, and leave a thumbs up if you can, and I'll see you at some point. All right, good night. Thank you.